everybody, and welcome back. We are back with Sign the Traitors. It's brought to you by Silent Podcast. We're a Traitors recap podcast, and we have an iconic panel here to do our cast assessment and our draft for season 4 of the Traitors US. I'm your host, Katie. I'm here with Isaiah and Javier, as we were with you last season and the season before that and the season before that. We're back again. Very excited. How are you guys?
You know, the vibes is all good. I'm happy to be back. You know, I miss the Traitors. I had to come dressed up for another draft
for the occasion.
I gotta empower my inner traitor right here and really play the part. But I'm excited.
You should have worn a hood.
I should have. I thought about that. I thought about it.
No, but I'm also excited to be back. I literally feel like I haven't podcasted since the last Traitors US season.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to get back into it and discuss this cast.
I'm excited too. It's always wonderful to be here with you both. I will introduce our two wonderful guests who are going to be drafting with us and hopefully coming back to talk about the season. Julia, I'll start with you. And then last but not least, Lance, because Lance, I'm going to talk a little bit more to you before we jump in. So Julia, how are you?
I am so good. I'm so excited. I have Traitors on the brain. I've been watching Canada Traitors. I've been watching Traitors Celebrity UK. I just did a Traitors one-day game in DC, and I'm very strong faithful. But I got murdered because it was my own fault, because my closest allies were Traitors, and I told them I thought I was going to get murdered. And then they're like, yeah, we'll murder her. So I love the Traitors. I'm so excited when Isaiah out to do a draft. I was like, yes, instantly. And so excited to be here.
Well, I'm so happy you could be here with us as well. And Lance, last but not least, Lance is with us, also star of Fear Factor House of Fear, premiering on Wednesday. Huge get, super popular, super busy, but he made time in his schedule for us. Lance, how are you? Tell us about your show.
Honestly, you saying huge star of Fear Factor before it even comes out, at least you're putting out that great manifestation about my performance on the show. At the end of the day, I am really excited to be with you all and just to be able to, be back in my roots. Like, I'm the type of person, reality TV or not, I will never forget my roots. And to be podcasting with y'all again, it just makes tears to my eyes. But make sure everyone tune in January 14th on Fox Network. Fear Factor House of Fear, hosted by Johnny Knoxville. It is a new take on what Fear Factor is. Fear Factor was so used of all the gruesome, nasty things. None of that left. But now it's bringing the elements of Big Brother, the challenge. It's a house show. 14 of us compete. And it's literally new age. I get to play like all the games that I love from watching Big Brother, the challenge, into bringing my fears into it. And let's see what I bring. If you want, go look at the first look. It is on YouTube. And if you look really closely at the official trailer, the thumbnail is me. So does that give star power, I guess? So yeah, go look at that. The thumbnail of the official trailer and the first look. You get to see some of the drama that might be brewing in the house. And, will I be the drama? We'll see.
Lance, I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to watch. I can't believe that you're doing Fear Factor just because even with the commercials I see of it, I'm just like, oh, and I think about you. I'm like, oh my God, how did Lance do that? If I don't know how, obviously we don't know, you're under NDA and all that, but I'm just like, I can't imagine Lance doing all these things with these bugs. So power to you for that.
I think bugs.
Honestly, we'll have to wait and see. And, whether or not I'm first boot or the winner, it'll be fun to watch all season long.
Well, I can't wait to talk more about it with you once we can actually talk more about it. Yes. But today we are here to talk the Traitors. Before we jump in, we have not been with you guys since the end of Big Brother 27. So we do, of course, have to address the very sad passing of Mickey. Rest in peace, Mickey. So scary, so sad. Thoughts are with her and her family. Super, and her friends and everybody who loved her and knows her. Really crazy and very sad. So rest in peace, Mickey. I'm hearing a little funky noise in the background of someone, just so
it's probably me. Sorry.
Bad timing for the noise, but we can give a quick moment to Mickey. And with that, if anybody doesn't have any words for Mickey, maybe we could go ahead and jump in. We will be doing our snake draft. Last season, I actually didn't that's the one thing I didn't prepare. I prepared more for this podcast than I prepared for many others in the past. But what I did not do is look at who won last season's draft. But because we have a little bit of a different crew with us, I figured we could just randomize it anyway, since Julia and Lance were not with us last draft. So Isaiah, do we have our order?
Yeah, I'll do it live so no one thinks I'm cheating. Hold up. So I'll randomize it 5 times since there's 5 people here. And then that's what we'll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Julia will be first. Then we have Javier, myself, Katie, then Lance, and then it'll go right back up. So there we go.
Perfect. Thank you. I will go ahead and share, and then we can jump in. If I remember how to do this.
Sorry, I've just had shocked Pikachu face because I'm so excited to be first.
Are you prepped? Did you have a plan?
Yeah, I have a plan.
I love that. I come into drafts and I never have a plan.
Well, I think it's also because there's so many. I think I would say I don't know like half of the cast, so it's like I don't want to look stupid. So
your plan is gonna falter, baby girl.
What? What?
I know how I am in drafts. I like to get nasty. So is y'all ready to get nasty?
Lance is honestly so fun to draft with. Like the best time drafting.
Well, I have a lot. I'm prepared.
Ooh. Okay. Well, in that case, who do we have?
Okay. This is very obvious. My first pick has to be Kristen Kish.
Kristen Kish. I love it.
Lance probably already knew.
Why are you laughing? Tell us. Okay, wait.
No,
I'll give you guys. I did some prep. I'll give you guys my notes on Kristen, and then we can talk about her a little bit. So Kristen won. She's famous from Top Chef. That's her original show. She won season 10. She does a lot of other cooking shows too. She was, I think, a judge on Chopped, but she is the new host of Top Chef, and she's actually doing a really great job. I'm not a big Top Chef person, but I did watch her first hosting season. She was great. She's in the Bravo sphere. And Julia, tell us why you picked Kristen as number 1.
So here's the thing. She got nominated for Best Reality TV Host along with Alan Cumming and Jeff Probst. So she's
at the Emmy
crown. Yeah, at the Emmy. I think she got nominated after she got announced. But first of all, I mean, Kristen Kish, my fellow queer Asian woman. I mean, I was just so excited to see Kristen. I think Top Chef was my first entree into reality TV ever. I was raised by the Bravo family. And so I feel like she might be the first Top Chef star on Traitors.
I think Traitors Canada might have had someone from Top Chef Canada, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. And I think like probably Australia.
Oh, MasterChef. It was MasterChef.
Interesting.
It was MasterChef.
Isaiah, your background is very...
work on that background.
We're doing it live, you guys.
But I feel like if Kristen does really well, I hope we can see more Top Chef people. Like, I'd love to see Padma Lakshmi.
Carla Hall.
Yes.
Carla Hall.
Also, Kristen has her roots in Boston. Sorry, I'm not gonna get nerdy, but she studied under Barbara Lynch, who's like a huge Italian chef in Boston. But I just think she's very sociable. I think she's gonna be. I highly doubt she's gonna be. I think she could be good either a faithful or a traitor. I don't think anyone would suspect if she's a traitor, but I think she's just a very friendly person. She has a whole Bravo universe and all the Real Housewives behind her, and I just think people are gonna be drawn to her, and I think she'll make it really far. And so I really did not want anyone to take her, so I'm so excited I'm first.
You didn't have nothing to worry about, baby girl. I don't think.
I know everyone was like, "Who?"
I don't think round 1 anyone was picking her.
Well, y'all are gonna pick the gamers, and that's just boring.
No, not at all. It's Traitors. You don't know what we're gonna do, but I will say, for me, Kristen is someone when the cast first dropped. I was someone who watched Top Chef. I watched her winning season in season 10. And then when she became host, I was really excited about it. But Traitors is not the game for her. Even when she was on Top Chef, very meek, very mild, very sweet. Even as a host, she's giving very sweet, somber. And when those gamers start ripping, when Portia Williams start whiplashing at her, when Candace Dillard, she's not going to be able to handle the housewives. She better hope that they know that she's a part of Bravo, because she's going to be the forgotten one of any Bravo celebrity. So for me, I just don't see it long-term game. I could easily see her being someone that we could murder because it won't cause waves type of thing. And she just, in this bunch of these cast members, it seems very like forgettable.
Yeah, I think I could go either way on the pick. I like Kristen a lot. I could go either way on how she's going to do on the show. I could see her being someone that could just like go deep, like a Dolores or something, just because maybe she's not playing. Or I worry a little bit about her only because even in some of like the preseason like YouTube videos and stuff they're putting out of the cast, like, and just having them answer questions, the answers to her questions make me feel like she's not going to game hard, which worries me. So we'll see, but I could also see her going deep and like potentially being someone that they take to the end, like a MJ or something, just because like she might not really know what's going on and she isn't going to be a huge threat. Sometimes those people do really well in Traitors, but sometimes they're also really just like easy traitor murder fodder also. So it's almost like 50-50 to me with Kristen.
I was gonna say I don't think she's my number one pick because I think she's actually gonna win. I think I just have to, just in my heart, my head does not say Kristen, but my heart says Kristen. I hope that she wants to prove herself, that she can be more than just like the nice, sweet girl. I think when I did watch interviews, it sounded like the people that she was most drawn to was Dorinda and Porsche. So hopefully they do protect her. And I think she is pretty involved with the Bravo universe. But you're right. I totally could see her being, if she doesn't gain allies really quickly, I could totally see her being an early murder just because not going to make any waves.
Any thoughts? Isaiah, you said who very loudly, so I assume you have no thoughts on this pick, but Javier, any thoughts on Juliet's pick?
Real quick, is my mic still bad?
No, you're good.
No, it's
okay.
Good
I reset it. Yeah, I don't know who this is. Live.
I should have. Maybe did I waste the first pick?
No. Listen.
I'm not strategic at all, Lance.
This game is so luck based, and if the last 2 seasons hasn't shown you that, then I don't know what will. Like, this game is broken, and there's like strategy, but like it's really just like whatever. So like, there's not a bad pick at all, in my opinion. I think this is fine based off of what you said. This is fine.
I mean, I think it's a fair point too, and something that I'm actually meant to say is like, out of the 3 seasons so far in the US only with celebrity seasons, only one has had a traitor winner. It was Suri, masterful traitor game. Season 2, Dum Dums won the game. I mean, Trishelle and CT were not stupid, but like they were not the smartest either. And then last season, it was like the peak of all idiots won this game. So like, and literally anybody could win. And I feel like, Isaiah, your point is that it's completely tilted to some of the dum-dums on the cast, just like making it to the end and getting lucky. So it really could be anybody's game. I have more faith in the random people than I do in the people like the Tiffany's and the Robs and the Natalie's, because people are going to be looking at them first, where I feel like some of the randoms are going to be the ones that come out on top at the end.
Agreed.
So you never know. You really never know.
Agreed.
Thank you, guys.
Y'all gonna gag whenever Kristen gets that tap on the shoulder. Watch.
Oh my God.
She's gonna show us why she's so masterful. Because he needs to pick at least one of the not as popular people for Traitor, so that maybe they create this clan, they be watched over. I personally think someone like her and the figure skaters, and one of them needs to be a traitor.
I mean, I've been begging for them to not pick Big Brother and Survivor people for Traitors for the longest.
Then it also would like meta the game, where like then they go in the season. Think how it's been meta with the Bravo celebrity kind of thing, where it's like
how
either
fun
we
would
go
it
against.
Be, though,
There's always a housewife.
Like if they completely switch it up, put a bunch of randoms, and all like the gamer people are like thinking that's one of them, and it's not.
I think that's what should happen. That's what should happen.
Yeah.
It's too predictable every season so far. They like all the legendary strategic people, and it's just so obvious. Which I guess if you're, I don't know, Dolores Catania from Real Housewives of New Jersey, you don't know that Danielle Reyes is a strategic mastermind. But like, if you're a Boston Rob, you should know that. So I don't know. Hopefully they switch it up a little bit.
Exactly.
Become a little predictable. Javier, you are up next.
Well, I'm gonna pick the icon, the legend, Monet Exchange. That is my girl. I fucking love Monet. I hope that she talked to Bob after Bob's interesting season. Love Bob, but Bob did not have a great time on Traitors last year. But Hopefully she spoke to Bob a bit and they have a better strategy coming in. I think the difference with Monet compared to Bob, though, is that Monet watches a lot of reality, like social strategy shows. Like she's a Survivor diehard fan, and like she knows these games a bit more than I feel than Bob did. And at the end of the day, I do think Monet will give us good TV regardless. Do I think she's going to win Traitors? Well, we shall see. But Monet is known as the queen of girl bossing, gatekeeping, gaslighting. So I am excited to see her on this damn season. I think she's going to be very entertaining, and I think she's going to make it farther than people are going to expect her to. So I'm very excited to see Monet on this season.
I had a feeling you were going to pick Monet because I know you're such a big Bob the Drag Queen fan. RuPaul's Drag Race is unfortunately my reality TV blind spot. I have not dove in yet because it's just overwhelming for me because there's so many seasons. I don't know where to start. But based on my research, I did learn that she co-hosts the podcast with Bob the Drag Queen, Sibling Rivalry, which I love that. And she's been on many seasons of how many? 4 or 5 seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race?
She's done
Drag Race icon.
She's done three. She won 1, and then she came pretty close to winning a 2nd season too.
Should have. Let's be clear. Should have. And that's why I want to chime in. Like we've had Drag Race representation, such as Peppermint, Bob, and now Monet. And honestly, I feel that out of the 3, Monet will play the best game. I'm a little mad because that was definitely my first pick. She has the gift of gab. She knows how to connect. And I feel like she's going to know, hey, I need to hook up with these housewives, Bravo celebrities. I need to hook up with these figure skaters because they're going to be super tight. She's going to know that Maura and Rob have that Love Island connection. I think I see Monet being the person to be in that tangled web of weaves where they're like, man, could it be Monet? But maybe it could not. Almost as like very Cirie-esque, where Cirie had her hands in a lot of pots and people was like, oh, it can never be, when it's like, it really is. The thing is, I feel like I see Monet combating against people like Colton, Mark, or like Rob. Rob is going to go in the game really, really heavy hard. And I feel like it could give a very like Trishelle versus Peppermint kind of tease. And we could, I just hope Monet do really well. That was going to be my first pick because I just see Monet really strategically playing the game from moment 1. Even watching those 46 hours that she played Survivor, I was like, yeah, this, and she won't stick out like a Natalie Anderson, a Tiffany, and Rob, Yam. As a gamer, this is going to be like, oh, I play a competition show, Drag Queen, like.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't seen much of Drag Race, but I was really impressed with what I saw from her in that 46-hour Survivor influencer. I also kind of count her as a gamer, only because I feel like every season of Survivor, they're always like, Monet's gonna be on for like the past 5 years, and so I think I feel like I've always considered her part of the extended Survivor universe, and so I don't know if she actually will be going head to head with Rob Cesternino because I think Rob Cesternino like knows of her. I don't know. I kind of see her maybe butting heads more with like Rob Roush from Love Island. I have no idea.
Interesting. Isaiah, any thoughts? I don't have much, but I'm excited.
I do not watch Drag Race. I am optimistic because even not knowing anything about her, I do understand that with at least a history of drag queens coming on here, it's been like an uphill battle. So I'm really curious to see how this one pans out. Never say never. I'm actually kind of shocked that they only cast 1 every season, even like with the history. Like I was 2 or 3 would have been fine. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm optimistic.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I feel like it's giving like early 2000s reality where they have just like a token player. And it just puts the spotlight on people who just are different than everyone else on the cast. But I think Bob did a really great job kind of working through a lot of that last season. And hopefully Monet will as well. But it sounds like Monet has a lot of strategic prowess. So I'm excited.
Well, I think I won't, a little controversial to say, but I feel like Traitors is trying to like appeal to like middle America by like casting Donna, Kelsey, and I don't know who likes Michael Rappaport, but
listen, we have a lot to talk about once we get to the late draft picks. I'm assuming that are going to be late, but there's a lot of people on this cast who I have questions. I'm like, where did the casting team go this year? How did we land here? What wheel did you spin to land on these random people?
Yeah. And last thing on Monet, I just think hopefully, Peppermint and Monet and Bob are really good friends with Monet. So hopefully all the notes and all the little innuendos of like behind the scenes help her to know how to navigate whatever role she may face. But I want Monet to play a very traitor game. That's just selfish of me because I would love to see it, but we'll see what it gives because I don't think they would do it back to back with like Bob and Monet.
You never know. They did Dan and Danielle back to back.
So,
you never know.
That's why I say it's so meta. It's
you
hard.
Never know. And Cody. They did 3 Big Brothers. Yeah, you never know.
You're right.
We'll see. Isaiah, you're up. Who we going with?
I feel like a child in a candy store. There's so many people that I want that are still here, and I am confident I'll get at least 2 people that I want. Okay. But with this, I'm like really biased for like 2 of these people.
Yes.
I don't know. One of them's pretty obvious. I'm going to pick Tiffany because like I feel foolish to not pick Tiffany.
We were waiting, babes. We knew it.
Now, here's my thing.
Friend of Silent Podcast, Tiffany.
Yeah, shout out to Tiffany. That's my girl. I'm not even going to be like biased, and I apologize if she hears this. I don't actually think Tiffany's going to do that well. I ain't going to hold you. I have seen Challenge USA, and I've seen obviously Big Brother 23. Tiffany is a very, very intelligent woman, very strategic, obviously, not afraid to do what she needs to do. And I think the Traitors being such a vocal game inside like the round tables would benefit her. I do think that her being a possible traitor would be such a disservice for her game because that is just like so easy to pin like, yo, Tiffany's a traitor. Like I would assume Tiffany or Jam Jam off rip will probably be traitors just coming into this. Even Natalie too. Like Tiffany is such a walking threat. Even if you don't know her, people in there are going to know her and are going to be able to spread the word. Tiffany has a big mouth. Tiffany will say what's on her mind, and like she's not afraid of confrontation. And I do fear how she handles adversity sometimes. But she is a very big people person. She is very social, and she is a hard person to not like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm curious to see how she does here. I am afraid if she becomes a traitor that this might be a very hard game for her. Her best bet actually would be being a faithful. I do hope that she's a faithful, but for my entertainment, I hope that she's a traitor. For my draft, I hope she's a faithful. But I had to pick her because I did not expect for her to make it out of the second round and get back to me. So that's the only reason I'm picking her now.
I think it's totally a fair pick. I think for the uninitiated who might be watching or listening that are not Big Brother fans, Tiffany is known from Big Brother 23. That was her first appearance on television. She was also on the first season of Challenge USA and maybe second season. I don't remember if there were even 2 seasons of that show, but she might have been on, I don't remember. And she also did some co-hosting on Big Brother Reindeer Games. The Big Brother Reindeer Games Traitors connection continues to exist, maybe less so though this season. She is the mastermind of season 23. She formed the Cookout. She is she's a fan of these games. She's strategically sound, but I worry either way for her because to your point, Isaiah, I think her biggest Achilles heel is that she can't like rein it in maybe a little bit, which like I can relate to that in a lot of ways. Like I feel like either whether I'm at work or in a social situation or like playing games online or something, like I'm always doing too much. And it gets me into bad situations because I just can't help myself. And I feel like Tiffany also can't help herself. Like her best bet would to be just, I don't think she's going to fall into the trap of like a Dan or, Danielle is maybe more old school, so she didn't really have to worry too much about it, but she's relatively new. And I think with the cast that she's on outside of maybe the Survivor people and Rob, who is a Survivor person, I guess, I don't think they're all going to really know her. She doesn't have like a really long standing reputation, but I think she's going to dig herself a hole because she's going to be too loud at the round table, like saying too much, or she's going to be playing too hard. And if she's a traitor, I think she's just going to get a lot of suspicion on herself. I actually do think she would be a better traitor maybe than a faithful because it might cause her to not speak as much at the round table. But I think if she's a faithful, she's going to be sussing everybody out and she's going to get herself killed by the traitors if she is a faithful.
And just, real quick, last thing, and then Lynch say whatever you want. I do also think it helps. Obviously, she's on Heavy Crown Network with Big D and Hannah, but people forget, like, she actually did the podcast with Cody and Derek a couple years ago, and they both just played the same show. She's also very close to Danielle Reyes. Danielle was just a traitor. Like, she's very like tight knit in the Big Brother community. Is she, other than Ian, she's the only other Big Brother person here? So I would assume she spoke to a good amount of people before coming on this, just to get some pointers, just like you guys said with Monique. So we'll see. I mean, I hope so. But go ahead, Lance.
Yeah, no, I personally, to bounce off of what Katie had said, I really hope that she is a traitor. I feel like if Tiffany goes in the game and play too quiet, though, as a traitor, it could backfire, because the people that may know of her and know how she usually is very boisterous and speak up, it could be like, oh, she's a little different. You know, kind of like how Rachel was like, I was just at Cody's house months ago. It's something ain't right. Like something is up. So, but the thing is, I think the blessing is also that it's not as many Big Brother. If they do the, you know, gamer people and clump them all together, but it's not as many Big Brother. It's literally her and Ian, and I don't feel that her and Ian kind of run in the same circles. So I don't feel like she has to keep that like Big Brother stuff on her back. I just think her playing as a faithful, to me, will not be able to show Tiff's full potential. The thing is, Tiffany, I want to see the blood dripping down her gloves. And if she burn out in flames, I want to see it burn out in flames. No shade. We saw Danielle Reyes' hair falling off. I need Tiffany braids to fall out her head. Well, this season she don't have braids, so I need her pin curls to fall, like straight up. I need something. So I want her to be a traitor, and that's just like selfish me, TV me, because I just don't think it'll be a fun seeing Tiffany play as a faithful.
I agree.
I think, unfortunately, I think she's going to get banished no matter what pretty early. I just think everyone's going to be like, let's just clear the decks and get her off the board as a possibility. I did hear that Tiffany said that she was going to say that she's from the challenge and not from Big Brother. I think if she's going to say that, she's going to have to. I mean, Ian definitely knows that she's from Big Brother because
Rob knows too much. She's doing too much already. She's at all these events. They know
There's
her.
3 actually reality TV winners on this cast outside of the from the Big Brother Survivor world. They're not dumb.
That's not a good.
No, I don't.
Not a good idea,
she's
Tiffany.
She's gonna tell the gamers like, "This is what I'm gonna do."
But unless Rob is okay with that, Rob is the one who's gonna spill her tea, and it's gonna be this whole hoopla once it's all said and done. Because if Rob's gonna spill the tea, no tea, no shit. I just think Rob is gonna be the one. It's either like we're gonna work together, or he's spilling it all out. I see Rob being the one like going to everyone and saying, this gamer did this, and this, and this. Yep. I'm just a podcaster. I was out early in his show. Because, you know, people, they don't have to believe it.
Well, yeah, in the preview, he was like, Tiffany was the main. Sorry, not to be like, here's what I'm hearing, here's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
In the preview, I think Rob gets the first gamer confessional, and he's like, Tiffany's absolutely the person I want to work with. And they're shown as like hugging each other. The other thing I was going to say is I think I only watched half of the Challenge USA, but Tiffany did not do very well, right?
No.
She did not
at all.
It was some drama. It was some drama.
Was it with like Thailand or whatever?
No.
Yeah.
It was just Love Island nonsense.
Love Island
That's
drama.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, I think when she came into Big Brother, she was an unknown quantity, and that's how she could be such like a force, and everyone trusted her. But I think in the challenge, you know, she's a known quantity, and I don't know if she's going to be able to hold back, right? I think she has such a big presence. I think if she's able to moderate herself and be super strategic, maybe she can make it far. But I think she's going to get cut within the first third of the game.
Just to defend my girl, these last few seasons, people just been doing some dumb stuff. Like Boston Rob came in here and ran the show.
It's true
for episodes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
Think about it. Danielle Reyes made it really far, and that would be pinpoint number one of somebody I want out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like Tiffany was like the other one I was thinking about also drafting first, but I do feel like she's gonna have an uphill battle, like a lot of Big Brother players do on this show. I do agree with Lance that I would prefer her as a traitor. I think it would be more entertaining, but I do fear that any change in Tiffany's personality is going to be caught right away by the other gamers, and it's going to be hard for her to play either role. So I'm definitely concerned, but I hope that knowing Tiffany's gameplay on like Big Brother, that she can somehow maneuver her way through this game. And I'm excited to see how she plays, even if I am not that optimistic that she's going to make it that far, just because of the people who do know who she is and the way that she plays these games.
Totally. I feel like there's always a possibility she could surprise us. But I think, Javier, to your point, like if she changes her behavior or plays any differently, like I almost feel like that's more of a detriment than just being yourself. If you've been yourself on multiple shows, like any change in personality is going to, for anyone who might know you, it's going to be hard to explain. And then also it's just going to be hard to keep it up. If that's not who you are, it's very hard to change your behavior to like mask your actual personality. So I think that's just never really a good move for people playing games. Like just play who you are and how you are instead of like trying to change your personality. I just worry. I don't know. I think she could be okay. I think she would just play better as a traitor because I feel like she'd be playing more. Maybe it isn't even offensively. Maybe it's more defensively. And I think maybe she could do better in that scenario. I don't really know. We'll see though. I'm excited to see how she does.
I definitely get what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Because it'll kind of cause her to make me more forceful to make allies,
right.
Forceful to like play that nicey nice instead of like super strategic.
Right. Like she's holding the information. So I feel like she'll play better holding the information and knowing this is what I know. I don't have to find out all these things. That's where I feel like she's going to get herself into trouble if she's faithful and she's like doing too much, like trying to question people or get to the round table or whatever. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see how she does. Okay. It's my turn. I have a few thoughts on how I want to draft this season based on how the last few seasons have played out and who has won. I'm going to start, though, picking someone who I just really, really like and who I'm a huge fan of. And it's Miss Candace Dillard. I love her. She's one of my favorite all-time housewives. She is, for those who don't know, I know there's not a lot of Housewives fans in the chat or that necessarily listen, but she is known from Real Housewives of Potomac. She started, I think, on season 3. She recently left like 2-ish seasons ago, maybe. She's an icon. She's hilarious. She is so smart. She worked for the Obama administration. She is smart as hell. She's funny as hell. And she has the Housewives connection. I think she's going to be smart enough to really catch on to the game. And I just can't wait to see how she plays. I love her. I was going to pick her second, but Lance, you mentioned her name, which made me know you knew who she was. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take I'm going to take Candace first. Just in case, just on the off chance, because I think she's actually going to be one of the Housewives that does really well. She's not a dummy. So I'm excited to see how she navigates the house.
Drive back.
Oh yeah, she had an iconic single, one of the best Housewives songs, Drive Back.
Yes. Shout out to Candace Dillard. Definitely love her down, but also hate her down too. But I feel like she is, if you're gonna pick a housewife between her and one other person I'm not gonna name yet because obviously I like stealing picks. Is going to play a really good game. She's going to catch on really fast and be like, oh, this is what I need to do. Oh, this is how I need to move and shake. So I really think that's a really solid pick because if any housewife is going to go deep in the game, it's going to be Candace. You know, she just had a baby. She was rumored for last season and they was trying to bring her and her rival Monique. And that would have been crazy. They was about to surprise both of them, but then it didn't happen. And because she was pregnant, of course, but they don't be caring. They probably would have had her out there pregnant. Yeah. It was going to bring her and Monique, which is her rival. Like,
yes, for those of you guys who don't know, she and Monique got into a physical altercation together on the show. It was pretty wild, actually. Like one of the most crazy housewives fights that probably has ever happened. But Monique is back. Candace is not.
Candace is back. You not watching Potomac right now, girl?
Oh my God, am I not caught up? I'm not caught up.
Girl,
wait, she's back? Okay, well,
babe. You need to get on it. Come on, you miss Bravo.
God, I know.
Come on, Miss Bravo.
I know. Truthfully, I'm behind on like every housewife. Oh, good to know. Motivation. Any other thoughts other than Lance on my housewives pick? You know me. I'm always going to pick a housewife.
Wake up, y'all. Come on, talk about Candace.
That's okay.
Candace Dillard.
You guys will get to know
none
her.
about her. Listen, I don't know.
You'll get to know her. Don't worry.
I am such a housewife hater on this show. They actually have annoyed me almost every season. So I don't know how I feel about her, but they usually do somewhat well. I think maybe I feel like my annoyance comes from Twitter and I have not been on Twitter a lot this year, so it's okay. Well,
this year,
past few months. Sorry, we just started, but hopefully Candace gives me moments that I'm looking for. She seems like she can do well. And obviously, I like that fights fit literally and physically, that
she's also
provide.
a pageant girl. So she has that competitive spirit. She know how to talk, interview. Her confessionals, I think, are going to be very top tier. I don't think on the funnier side, but I think it's going to be actually, no, she'd be good in her confessionals.
Funny.
Actually,
the Housewives are just historically,
well, let's hope that this season they go away from clanning together and be like us Bravo people.
Yeah,
that's people.
I
need them to be fluid.
That's
the group of housewives this season is weird, but there is a lot of them. More this season, I think, than ever.
Yeah, Lance just said, I think that's why I noticed they always do that. And sometimes it's
but context
smart.
Coming into this, Portia and Candace were on the Ultimate Girls Trip, and they have a little bit of beef. So you know how sometimes coming into house, it could be a little beef. Like you remember Danielle Reyes and Brittany, will they choose clean the sword and work together because they're Bravo celebrities, or will it cause Candace or Portia to do other things?
Right. Well, because Candace has issues with Giselle, who's the main cast member basically at this point on Potomac, and Portia and Giselle are friends. So I don't know that those two will actually work together, or if Portia will kind of throw her under the bus a little bit. I don't think Candace would be the first one to make a move against Portia, but I could see
it would be Portia.
Yeah, it would be Portia. So we'll see. I don't think it's going to be all lovey-dovey housewives together this season, because we have a lot of crazy ass housewives too, like Dorinda, Lisa Rinna,
and different sides of the spectrum. Even Caroline Stanberry,
right.
Yeah, I haven't seen Housewives in a long time. I'm not gonna say who I know, but I like that she's local, from DC.
Yes,
Obama alum, and I was like, oh, and so I googled her. I guess my question for you guys is: do you think she would be a better faithful or traitor? Do you think she would play a traitor's game like Phaedra? I don't know.
No, I don't think she would play like Phaedra, because Phaedra is just a personality of her own that there's no one else like Phaedra in the Housewives universe. Phaedra and Portia are good friends, but even Portia is not similar to Phaedra in that way. I think Phaedra just is larger than life. Candace is I think she could play a good game as a traitor or as a faithful. I think she would probably be maybe a little bit of a better faithful, depending on who the traitors are, though. Because if it's a Portia, for instance, or someone that wants to just get an easy murder, she could be very easy fodder. But I do think she would play a good game either way, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like traitors will cause her to play the game a little faster, but I think she's the type that could do a lot of influence as a faithful to gang people together, figure out how people are and the changes. Because we also got to think about recruitments and things of that nature. I literally could see her, honestly, just pulling people together, kind of like how Peter had his clan, pulling people together and figuring out who we could just trust. Because honestly, for me, ever playing traitors, it's not about who's the murderer or the traitors. It's who I could trust, keep myself from being voted out of the round table, and hope that I got a traitor angel keeping me from being murdered that night. Yeah. So play that in game later about full trust. For people that, if y'all watch Canada, I'm not even gonna say the name. Spoiler alert. I'm not gonna say the name, so it's not a spoiler alert. But people just found people that they trust and was like, hey, we're gonna just ride it till the wheels fall off. And if one of us win, we win, and one of us lose, we lose, or we win together. So I think that's what people need to start thinking about going into traders. Shout out to all the civilians out there in the application pool. Don't worry about who's the traitor. Play the game.
I can't wait for that civilian season, by the way. I don't know when that's coming, but I can't wait.
Yeah. I heard later this year.
Oh, well, I'm excited. Finally, U.S. is getting a civilian season. We've been waiting. Lance.
I'm excited.
Who's your pick?
Now
you have 2 picks now.
Now it's my time. The first person I'm going to pick, I would not be a gamer without picking a gamer to start, whether they crash and burn. I have love this person from way back when, from their first show to their last show, from their first boot shows to their final tribal councils. I am picking the Natalie Anderson, the queen of CBS reality. Let's be clear.
Yes, Natalie's great. So for the uninitiated, Natalie's Survivor alumni, but she's first played with her sister in the first Blood versus Water, I think, right? First one, San Juan del Sur. Or was
She
it
actually started on
you meant
Amazing Race.
Amazing Race.
Oh, she was on Amazing Race
right?
first.
Started on Amazing Race
Bad
first.
research.
2 seasons.
I'm not an Amazing Race girly.
2 seasons of Amazing Race. Then got on Blood versus Water. Her sister was out first. She won the game. Came back to an all-winner season. And because of her relationship with Jeremy Collins, out first. But Redemption Island made it all the way to final tribal council, like the icon that she is. Yep. And should have won.
She almost won. I feel like she came very close. She actually lost to Tony of last season's Traitors. And she was also on the challenge, Double Agents.
Yep. And
not known for the challenge, but she did make
it. She was pregnant playing the challenge.
She was pregnant playing the challenge. That happens too often, by the way.
Yeah, too often. It's crazy. How they passing those physicals?
They got to fix their process over there.
Yeah. So my thoughts with Natalie, I just think that Natalie, it's me picking Natalie isn't a pick to win, but she definitely can win. Like for me, I just love her personality. I love how she's going to speak up. In her first season of Survivor, she was very boisterous. She found out information about a contestant and some of his remarks and feelings and spoke up on them. And didn't care if it would cause her to be voted out, which it didn't, and she wanted to win it. So maybe her, with the way she come across and her vocal ability at the roundtables, could be her way to make it through and earn the trust from people, especially if she can knock a traitor out really early, if she isn't a traitor. But I think she also is someone who has high potential to be a traitor as well. I feel like it's other bigger personalities that she's not going to be one of the first couple people that they think about, but if you let her find her footing, it's comatose for you all. So I really see her really navigating this game really well, just off of my feelings for her from all her shows that I've watched.
Any initial thoughts? Isaiah, any thoughts on Natalie?
I am a Natalie Anderson fan. I have followed her journey since Amazing Race. I was so young, and I watched a random Amazing Race season, and I was just such a fan of them. But Survivor, amazing. Obviously, I can scream the praises of how amazing Natalie is. Obviously, even though she got eliminated, almost won the second time. Obviously, Natalie's great. Obviously, all around. I think the slept on aspect about her, which we don't really talk about that much on the Traitors, is her physical prowess, because these people are here to win money, and I think she's automatically going to be a beneficiary for that because she's so good at challenges. And usually the early episodes, really people get eliminated also by their challenge performance, they suck, they're a liability, they're not helping the team, blah blah blah. Natalie's naturally competitive, and she's going to be a benefit for any challenge in general, mental or physical. So I think that's going to keep her around naturally very long. I would not be shocked if this girl is a traitor. She is possibly the most dangerous, from the Big Brother Survivorverse person in this cast. Natalie is that dangerous, across the board. She's going every single facet. I would be very afraid to go against her. I think that she would be an amazing traitor. Faithful, I'm not sure, but I would love to see her as a traitor. I think that she would be deadly. So I'm very curious to see how she does. This is a great pick. I wanted to pick her, but I got some bias. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I said, I'm going off a vibe, but this is, in my opinion, the highest pick out of everybody in the entire.
Thank you so much.
Great pick.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I think so too. I think Natalie is a very, very, very good pick. I think, Isaiah, you said it too. I think if she's a traitor, that will be bad. If they pick one Survivor person, which they have done every season so far, I think they would be smarter to pick her. I didn't see Yamian's season, so I don't know enough to say one way or another, but obviously very familiar with Rob Cesternino's gameplay. I think Natalie would be the best under the radar traitor. I think she would play it so smart and so well. Faithful, to your point, I mean, I think that she would play that well too. And the physical, I think that is I agree with basically everything you said. It sounds like Isaiah, I'm just repeating everything that you said, but I think you're spot on. I think she is going to be, I like this group of survivors this season that they chose. Last season, they chose way too many big personalities and they were all just getting in each other's way. This season, I'm interested that there's less of them and they're a little bit more of a subdued group. So I don't think they're going to be shooting at each other. Who knows? I could be proven wrong, but I think that's going to really also work in Natalie's favor. And I think she's going to be able to just get along with people. I shouldn't think she's going to draw too much attention to herself. I don't think she's good. I think she'll play it smart and not become too suspicious. So I think she's going to do a really good job.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on Natalie?
How do you think her social game is going to be?
That's a good question. I don't really. Every time we've seen Natalie on Survivor, it was really kind of like in a
Spitfire
strategic light. Yeah, like I actually go ahead, Lance.
No, you can go ahead, but I just saying like I just see her being like a loud personality to an extent, like yeah, under the radar, being detected as a traitor, but I think they're gonna be like, oh, Natalie's loud. That's just how she is, so she's gonna be able to get away with a little bit more. Yeah, like you said, we've seen her very strategic, but we also know that she don't mind getting scrappy. The thing is, I think her falter in these games is that she finds her people and stick to them instead of branching out. She's not as social as I think, but maybe kind of how Isaiah spoke on the physical. CT got to the end of the game because Phaedra wanted someone very physical all the way through, and they really needed him in that last mission, as we remember. So if we look at this cast physical wise, I think she's definitely in the higher.
I think she's top three.
Yeah, if we look at it, top.
I mean, I don't know about Colton Underwood, but he's a strong looking guy.
Maybe just like Mark,
Rob
right?
from
Mark Ballas from Dance with the Stars.
And I was thinking Rob Roush from Love Island.
Oh yeah, he's
the ones that would be
Snake Charmer. Yeah. You're right.
There's something in here that's like giving me the vibes that, like, like that housewife correlation that we usually get this season. This group of survivors feel like they're going to be like tight, and
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, and like Rob specifically, like we'll get.
He's going to pull him in, and it's not going to just
be the glue. Yeah,
it's
like
not going to just be Survivor.
Is close with Rob. Ian is close with Rob. Natalie has been on RHAP a couple times, and it's just like, there's two Survivor winners here, bro. Like,
but it could be them pulling in. Yeah, they could literally pull in reality, period, like competition reality, but then if one of them, especially if Rob is a traitor, he could easily murder one of them, so it would throw off their scent.
I wouldn't be shocked if the CBS people are on some housewife time in this time.
I think so
don't turn on each other. Like this is like not a chaotic group of CBS.
The last few, I feel like, were too chaotic to do that.
Yeah, this
group, I feel like, is the group that would like Ian. Ian's not gonna piss anybody off or go against anybody unless like he has to, right? Like I think this group is gonna be the best group that sticks together from like the competition reality world, because there are not major huge personalities. Like they're all big personalities, they're all entertaining TV, but there's not a Dan Giesling, there's not a Daniel Reyes, there's not a Suri, there's not a Rachel Riley. It's not exactly. So I feel like they're gonna do a good job of being like smart enough not to like make a moment.
Jam is kind of sneaky. We'll get to that soon. But yeah. Good pick though, Lance. I like your pick.
Yeah, good pick. I'm trying to remember what Natalie was like on the challenge. That season
was
like not
she was a good character.
She was a good character, but I don't remember her really doing
on Amazing Race. She was a big character.
Well,
like she got a lot of.
In the challenge, she didn't really get to get her feet off the ground. Like she would be a force in the challenge if she continued after her pregnancy.
Yeah.
But she just didn't get her foot off the ground in the season she was in yet.
Yeah.
Enough. But on to my next pick. I did so well. I got to do it well once again. But I just have to stick with like who I'm excited to see on television. And for me, don't make me call Portia. Don't make me call Portia. Long as we don't go into any underground railroads.
Oh my God.
Don't find no Harriet Tubmans. Don't have any future husbands on the cast or wives, because Portia is now a part of the community, honey. But my girl Portia is amazing television. She is going to give you the bits. And people think that she's going to be like dumb as a box of rocks. But when it comes to social prowess, I feel like Portia is going to give it to them. I personally, need somebody. I guess I want everybody to be a traitor, but like, imagine Portia as a traitor. We thought we had Phaedra, who like learned the game there. Portia don't know what she getting herself into. She has never did no type of competition show. Like, I need her to run the table with these girls. I need her to pull, apologize and be kooky with Candace, slit her throat, baby, run the table to get her out. I need her to slash Lisa Rinna's throat. I need her to work with Rob Ross from Love Island and be like, that is my brother. Like, I just see her being really well. Honestly, you know who I think Portia's number one ally gonna be? Mark Ballas. Dancing with the Stars. She's going. I also did a TikTok not that long ago saying the person I need on Dance with the Stars next is Portia Williams. So maybe this is her way in. Let's get her on Dancing with the Stars.
We had Kenya on Dancing with the Stars, right?
We had Kenya. We had Nene. We had a lot of
Nene. Yeah.
But I need her to slit Lisa Rinna's throat because I don't want to see on my season on this season of Traitors for me.
I'm with you on that. Yeah. For the uninitiated to Portia, she is famous from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's an icon. She's hilarious. She is, I think, the modern day star of the show. There's a few. I mean, obviously Nene is the OG, and her and Kenya are the two top heavy hitters from Atlanta these days. They come in and out. Some of them take time off. Some of them leave. Some of them come back. Kenya's gone right now, but Portia left for a little while. She came back. If you heard Lance's Underground Railroad comment, I did write that as in my notes about Portia, is that she famously asked who drives the train in the Underground Railroad, even though her grandfather was a civil rights leader. Literally a civil rights leader. She, in her first season, asked who drove the train and who the conductor was in the Underground Railroad. And she also thinks there's 265 days in a year. So that's Portia. But she did actually in 2020 get arrested for protesting against police violence during the Breonna Taylor murder. So good for her on that. She's come around to some of her grandfather's roots and genes have shown themselves in her. And she recently came out that she's in a relationship with a woman. So good for Portia. She got married. She got divorced very quickly. The timeline is very questionable to her marriage to this man. And then he ended up getting arrested by ICE and getting deported. So there's a lot going on in Portia's life.
And I said the wrong thing. She has done a competition show. She was on Celebrity Apprentice.
Oh, yes, she was on Celebrity Apprentice.
I feel so bad for messing that up.
She was really good on that.
And she was good? Okay, so I didn't know.
She did halfway. She made she
was fighting at boardrooms because I'm literally now seeing that. I'm like, oh.
That's what I was gonna say. I've never seen her on Housewives. I did see her on the Celebrity Apprentice, and she was very vocal. But she wasn't bad. I actually really enjoyed her. She was a people person, but she did defend herself when she needed to in that show. This was when Arnold was hosting, not the president. So but it was interesting. So I don't hate this pick. I actually was debating on picking Portia because I did enjoy her in that show, and I think Lance is doing really good right now with his draft team. I will say that. I'm gonna give him his 10s.
I think Portia's a great housewife pick. She probably would have been, if I picked another housewife, I probably would have picked her. I think she does a really good job of bringing people's guard down because maybe sometimes she says some things that are dumb or she's funny. She's very, very, very funny. She's hilarious. She's
There's gonna be some confessional people this season.
Yes, we're gonna get very good confessionals, but she's not dumb. Yes, does she say some dumb things? Yes, but she is not dumb. And I think similar to Phaedra, people are going to get misted by her funny, big personality, and they're going to underestimate her a little bit. So I actually think she's going to do a really good job, and I really would love to see her as a traitor.
There we go.
Portia isn't one of the housewives who I don't watch Housewives, but I do know her from all the memes, and that's how I feel like I know all the housewives. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to see Portia. I feel like from what I've seen, she's probably going to at least give me good TV.
Yes.
And
very memorable.
And I am exactly. So I'm ready for some. I want to see who said that moment for her on the round table.
Who said that?
I can see Portia pulling one of those at the round table. So I'm excited to see her, even though I haven't seen her on Housewives.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I love it. I love the pick. I will move on to my next pick. I'm going to explain myself a little bit because if this were any other season of the Traitors, I wouldn't pick this person. And I would say, why is this person here? And I still also think, why is this person here? But Julia alluded to it a little earlier. I think this season is trying to really get people in from other walks of life, maybe, or middle America, or people who don't usually watch reality TV or competition shows, even though Traitors is huge. And to something I said earlier, I think there's always those people who are going to kind of fly under the radar, just make it to the end. There's always a Pilot Pete. There's always a Dylan Efron. There's always someone. And to me, I think this season is going to be Miss Donna Kelsey. And I'm picking her on my team because she did say in some of her preseason press that she is a huge fan of the Traitors, and she's watched not only the American Traitors, but every international version of the Traitors. She's a huge fan. She is Travis Kelsey and Jason Kelsey's mother, if you're an NFL person. I am not a Swiftie. But I like famously not a Swiftie. I'm actually anti-Swiftie. Sorry to anybody watching that offended. But I do think everybody in this house is not going to want to piss off future Miss Taylor Swift's mother-in-law. So they're just going to keep her in the house. And I think she's
They don't care.
I think they might care. They care. They want to be on
about Taylor Swift.
Who might care about no Swifties?
Who care about Swift in here? Because it's showing Tiffany. It's showing Portia.
It's not Tiffany.
It's not.
They care about her. She's just a 72-year-old lady. They're not going to be worrying about her. I think she's going to just slide right on to the end, unless she overplays her hand. I mean, I really don't have anything to base this on other than the fact that she said she watches the show. But I do think like the Maura Higgins and the figure skaters and Stephen Coletti from Laguna Beach, like they're gonna want to be friends with Taylor Swift in the future, and this is their connection. This is their one way. Or they love football. Colton is going to be the number one ass kisser.
Oh my God.
Number one ass kisser. So I think
Johnny Weir and Colton.
Mm-hmm. There's some secret Swifties in this house. Dorinda Medley is going to want to be besties with Travis Kelsey and Jason Kelsey's mother.
Because they're tit for tat for age. That's why.
That's true. That's true. That is true. So that's my pick. Normally would never pick her, but I'm doing things a little differently this season based on the last 2 seasons wins.
I also feel like the old people just always make it far. Like the older cast members on the Traitors every season seems to make it far. So I do think this is a good pick for that reason as well. Again, I also know nothing about her. I'm also anti-Swifties. So, but I do think it's a good pick because I do, like I said, these old people just skate on by. They're all lovable. People love them, like you said.
Especially in the U.S.
Ivor, the other guy from season 2.
In the U.S.
The British guy. Yeah.
The British guy.
They love the old people.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, power to her.
She's giving Dorinda, and Dorinda's literally on this cast. I don't know.
She's giving.
Not
many.
She's not going home first. No way.
I don't see
Donna
it.
Kelsey.
She's not like what's the one dude who was in the winning group last season who was like from the UK. Like I liked him.
Ivor.
Like,
he won. I totally.
She's not
Ivor.
She's not Ivor. So like I don't know. We'll see. She's just a mom.
You don't know.
So,
You
like,
never know.
You know.
You'll gag when she's a traitor.
Guy.
When she a traitor and be eating these.
This is giving. Listen, man. This is giving.
I think they might make her a traitor.
I think they might make her a traitor.
Literally for this. Even if the cast doesn't care that she's
they
a
just want.
She's the biggest name on this cast.
Fans. This is production coded.
Which is why they're going to make sure she doesn't get voted out first.
They want Taylor Swift. They want Taylor Swift fans on.
I think she'll be a good. I think she'll be a good traitor too.
Yeah, I could see her being a traitor. Mark my words. She's making it close to the end. If not winning, she's not going anywhere early.
Yeah, she's making it far. I feel too.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Especially if they make her a traitor. I don't think. I think she'll be a better traitor than a faithful.
It'll cause her to play the game. I don't see her playing the game. Well, actually, no, she's gonna play. This is kind of like giving the green light to a civilian to play the game. So
yeah, she said she watched like Denmark. Like she watched ones. Yeah. I watch a lot of the international, and she watched ones that I haven't even watched. Like the deep cuts of the international traders. So she knows the game. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. I don't have faith.
Good pick.
You don't have faith? You're not a faithful?
Well, I gotta pick my second bias pick. I wouldn't be podcasting without Robert, so I'm gonna bring Robert.
The most two predictable draft picks.
Yeah, I say I'm
Isaiah.
I'm a little bored by you, babes.
Yeah,
I'm a little bored.
Y'all could have picked them, but y'all didn't.
We don't want them.
I don't want.
I don't want them.
Good. Then they need it home. They're going to be on team. They're either going to be on my team this round or next 2 rounds. So if that's the case,
you could have snatched them up later.
It's all right. But I did want Robert here. I think Rob is. I don't even know what to really expect from Rob. Rob is at this moment the most connected person on this entire cast, I would assume. I think Rob is known for being one of the best players to never win Survivor. Very intelligent. He did so well his first time, and then the second time he didn't do that well. But Rob is very intelligent. But Rob is also very cracked. And like, you know, you watch him playing they're non-serious games, but like these like podcasts like Zoom games and stuff like Traitors, Survivor, Big Brother, even what was that other show? Sequester. He was cracked. You know what I'm saying? Like Rob was just doing whatever. And one thing about Rob I know is he likes to have fun and he's here to entertain as well as be the mastermind and stuff. Like Rob is a people person. I think that he's going to play very hard. I don't think he's going to be boring. And I think he's just here for the vibe. Obviously, he wants the money, but he's here for the experience. He hasn't been on TV in a very long time. So I expect Rob to be the Dan of the season, where Dan is just doing a bunch of crap because he wants to make good TV at the end of the day. Same with Rob. Rob was like, I want to win, but I want to make good TV while I'm here, you know? And I can see Rob easily being the casual audience, like, you know, the young people's like there's always that person that everyone hates on social media. I am so scared it's going to be Rob, but like it's all right. Rob is going to be a menace, and I think he's going to play a villain role a little bit. But I do think as long as he's like well connected with like the Survivor people and some CBS people, like that'll be interesting. Like I really don't know what to expect from this guy. Like, if he's not cool with anybody that's in the Traitors Castle, what's realistically stopping them from being like, let's just get Rob out of here right now? Like, he's going to be such a threat. Or I don't know. I don't know. This guy talks for our living. You know what I'm saying? So I do not know what to expect. He can either do very well or very bad, but I had to pick the guy. So yeah, that's why I picked him.
You know, I was debating between Rob and Donna Kelsey, but I went with Donna Kelsey almost because I feel like they're a little bit opposite to me in the way that kind of exactly what you said, Isaiah. He talks for a living. He's very connected to many of the people in this cast. Not everyone, but, you know, I think what makes me nervous about Rob is that maybe not everybody's going to know about Rob has a podcast. It's not the New Heights podcast, right? But I do think Yam Yam, I think that Natalie, I think Ian, obviously Tiffany, they all know. And if they need leverage, they're going to just start talking about how like, oh, Rob has a podcast and he talks about all these things all the time. And he podcasts about the Traitors. Like he hosts the Traitors podcast. So I think they're going to see him as a threat if his reputation gets around. He literally, for the uninitiated on Rob Sesternino, Rob's first appearance on television was quite a while ago. It was Survivor, the Amazon. He came in third place, I believe, before they did final threes. It was final two. Jeff Probst has called him the smartest player to never win the game. He changed the game, I think, strategically. Truthfully, I think he really was a game changer, no pun intended, for Survivor. And I think he made it much more similar to, I guess, like the modern day game of Survivor, or like the, you know, where Richard Hatch started it. I feel like Rob took it to the next level. And I think he doesn't get enough credit for that. I think he's a great strategic player. I think he understands the game very well. I just think his reputation might precede him a little bit if it starts getting out that he is a podcaster that talks about these shows. You know, I'm excited to see him play. To your point, Isaiah, I think he's definitely going to make good TV. I think he could definitely be a little bit of a villain, but I think he would be a behind the scenes villain. I think he's too smart to just like pull the pin from a grenade and throw it. Like he knows the game too well, and he knows what has worked in the Traitors and what has not worked in the Traitors. So I don't think I think he's smart enough to not make those bad decisions. I just worry they're going to make him a traitor or something, and then everybody's gonna be like, oh, it's probably Rob because he's a podcast. I just think I don't think he's going to be set up for success necessarily. But what we were saying earlier, there's a lot of people that could be connected this season from the CBS world and the reality world. And if Rob can be the glue, like we were saying earlier, that could potentially set him up for success. He's very strategic. So I have hopes. I'm excited to watch him play. I mean, I was not a Survivor person when he was playing back in the day. So I'm excited to see him live on television and see his return.
Yeah, like that's so funny in the round table, by the way.
He is hilarious. He's very funny.
Yeah, I agree. I think with Rob, it's given very much so for me, faithful of the faithfuls. Like he's going to be the leader, like how Peter was, and someone who's going to be able to like pull in the people that's not even like reality people, but have reality people under his wing. I see him pulling the Laguna Beach guy. I see him pulling Rob and creating this like, maybe boys club that he always wish he had. I was a huge fan of Rob in the Amazon. And the thing is, if you come in his game and tell his gamers like, oh, let's all work together, but I'm just going to say I'm a podcaster before someone lets that out, that could be great. He could just be known as the podcaster. And it won't really give that he's intertwined with the Survivor people so that they could kind of gain information. So that's the way that I think if Rob goes that route, it could be really sweet for him to make it deep because he'll have his gamer connections and create whatever other crew he creates. And it'll keep him like not as so in the forefront. Because if it just gets wind of like Yam Yam or someone telling one housewife or something, it could literally blow up in his face. And they'd be like, oh, he talks about reality shows all day long. Like, and he was a Survivor. It's a job. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
Rob is just so chaotic. Like, I just need to like put preface on this. And I felt this way with Dan Giesling when he won the show. Rob is such a troll. Like, I just need y'all to understand this. Like, I am very afraid of how chaotic he's probably going to be in this. Like, I haven't seen, like I said, we have not seen this guy play in so long. Mm-hmm. I don't know what he's going to do. Like, when I went on, like, Dan went in as like one of the best, if not my GOAT, best Big Brother player of all time. And like, it was just like chaos, like every single week, right? Rob is honest to God, like, and I don't know if a lot of these people are going to know this. He's known as like one of the best players ever to never win. He's going to be chaotic. Like, I'm just like innovative players who just like create strategy, like him and Rob and Dan and Derek somewhat, like they just do stuff, like, so I just fear for what he's capable of doing, but I'm here for it. I think he's going to give us good TV. So I hope he does well.
I've never seen any of Rob's seasons, but I do know that he's chaotic from his Big Brother backyard interviews.
Those are iconic interviews.
I want everyone to go watch his interview with Raven from Big Brother 19. That has to be one of the funniest Big Brother backyard interviews. He trolls her so hard because Raven was just wild on Big Brother 19. She used to have the wildest stories, and he just trolled her down. So I'm hoping to see some of that chaotic energy in the house because I don't know anything about his ability as a gamer. But as chaotic, he seems very funny, so I'm excited for that part.
I think what I'm most excited for Rob is that I think out of any of these players, he could probably be the player who would most change the meta of Traitors because of the way. I feel like it's getting, especially with season 3, I mean, Dylan and Gabby were charming, but like I felt like season 3 was very tired with all these big personalities, and I just feel like it was more about the entertainment rather than the strategy. And so I kind of want to see like what Rob's brain can cook up. What else do I have to say about Rob? I don't know. I mean, obviously everyone in the RHAP community is stoked to see him. And I honestly think it's going to be more fun to see him play Traitors, see him interact with all these people versus like if he was in Survivor 50, it's just like everyone knows him. And so I think this is a way better choice for him. Yeah, I think he said he wanted to start off as a faithful and then maybe get recruited. I don't think he wanted to start as a traitor.
Yeah, I wonder what their traitor criteria is going to be this season. I'm hoping they do something a little bit different like we've talked about already, but I would be interested to see Rob as a traitor and see him kind of maneuver through some of that and just see what he can actually do. I was going to say too, when I was talking about him, like, I think it's interesting that this is his return to reality TV and not Survivor 50, but I think it would be really difficult with how much Rob is like a Survivor historian. He talks about it multiple times a week. He just wrote a book about it. I don't think he could go back and play Survivor and like have a fair, not to say it would be unfair, but he knows everybody. So I just think it would be just a very hard thing for him to do to come back and play Survivor. I think it could be interesting to see how he builds other relationships outside of the Survivor community on Traitors, but it is a fundamentally less strategic television show because the game is a little bit broken. Like, it all depends on the people that you're in the house with, and there's not really like a great way to game it other than what you said, Lance, of like just getting a whole group together, getting numbers, and just like saying we're riding until the wheels fall off. Maybe Rob will be the one to do that. I don't know. He's seen many of the seasons.
Yeah, I like what he says in the interviews where he was like, Traitors is about Goldilocks, right? You can't be too big, you can't be too small. And I think he has, because he plays like Blood in the Clock Tower and Zoom Mafia with all these people. I think he knows the strategy. It's just how will he play with people he doesn't know and personalities he doesn't usually interact with versus like when it's like basically like everyone's playing with their boss or everyone's playing with someone. Like they all want to get invited back, you know?
Right.
Or he's
Exactly.
paying you.
Yeah. I agree. And I actually think, Isaiah, to your point about him being chaotic, I don't really see him being chaotic in front of other people. Like his preseason press has been very I would want to do is do this, but I know I have to listen to my brain. Or like Julia just said, he has to be the Goldilocks. We can't be too loud. You have to be just right. So like he gets it. And I think he's going to really try very hard to play the game the right way. But I still think he'll give us good confessionals. I mean, he's very funny.
I want to see what he's going to do with Ian. Like him and Ian are actually very close. I think they covered something a couple of years back, but
they did like a movie, Smart House or something.
Yeah. Ian and Rob are very close. I'm pretty sure him and Jam are obviously close. So he's just close to a lot of these people. And I just think since he's talked to so many personalities over the years, he's going to be able to get to know a lot of these other people that he's not too familiar with easily. So I'm here for it. Rob's a good talker. He's a good conversation. So we'll see how he does.
He can build relationships, that's for sure.
Yes.
So we will see. Javier, you're up next. Pick number 2.
All right. So my second pick is I'm gonna be real with y'all. I probably know like a quarter of this cast. So the next person
this is a weird cast.
Yeah. The next person I pick is someone who I do know, who I'm a big fan of. We'll see how he does on the show, but I'm choosing Ian as my second pick.
Okay.
So I mean, I loved Ian on Big Brother 14. He won Big Brother 14. On Big Brother All-Star as well. We don't talk about that season. No stars. It's fine.
No stars.
But either way, I think Ian, as we saw in Big Brother 14, he's very strategic. He's very smart. He knows how to hide behind the big players. And I think he might come into this season with a similar strategy. So I think I also think Ian has a way of being very likable, and that also gets really far in this game, more so than even strategy, I feel. And therefore I think that Ian's going to do pretty well on this season. He won't be seen as a huge threat as a lot of the other big personalities who are gamers. So I actually have high hopes for Ian.
I personally think unless Rob Cesternino is a traitor like y'all spoke of, Ian will have trouble fitting in. I feel like we've seen how he navigated the game. Every time he played, he kind of had someone big broing him. So I think he's going to rely too much on Rob big broing him, and it's going to be a chickadee chop. For me, I just feel like I see him being like anxious around the housewives, anxious around like certain people, and it's just going to be like, okay, well, what is he doing? He's too fidgety, when that's really just like his personality. Like we saw on Big Brother, like he used to walk around with a puppet sometimes. Like him being anxious is not good in the game of Traitors, and it literally could be his downfall. He could go at a really early banishment, or the people don't connect and be like, oh, we could kill Ian and it's fine, especially if Rob isn't there to protect him.
Yeah, I think he's going to buddy up with Rob. He's going to need to buddy up with someone, I think, for sure, in order to be successful. I think, Lance, to your point, like, I don't remember who it was on Big Brother 22. Was it Memphis? Probably.
It was Nicole.
Well, yes, he buddied up with Nicole, but Memphis, I think, was the one who was calling him out and just like, I mean, it was, Memphis is a mess in general. So like, we don't need, but so a lot of these housewives are messes too. And I think the way that Ian interacts with larger personalities might just be suspicious by nature, even though, to your point, that is just his personality. And unless he has someone like a big brother or someone to buddy up with, whether it's Rob, whether it's someone from Survivor, whether it's Tiffany, I don't know if they really know each other, but I think he's going to need to be a little bit maybe like under someone's wing in order to be successful. Otherwise, he's just going to be like easy fodder.
I'm a little scared for Ian. Obviously, like when you talk about like his winning season of Big Brother, like he was such a young guy at the time, excited fan, like he was just a go-getter. Did not play the best game, I will say that, but he beat Dan. Awesome. A very flawed game, very flawed, and he lacked the aspect of self-awareness, and he had no idea half the crap that was going on in the house. Then we skipped to All-Stars too. I don't even think Ian really wanted to be there for that, but there was a lot of money on the line, and I didn't see the same Ian. Yeah, and I didn't see the same Ian that I saw in his first time because I just felt like I think he himself was saying that like he did not watch like a lot of reality TV, specifically Big Brother, in a while. I think that his idea of strategy was very outdated. I think he wanted to play like a Kevin Martin kind of game, and I can see him trying to do that here, where it's like, you know, staying quiet, being like very X's and O's. Like those are the type of people that I'm looking at. I'm like, you're not really like here. Like why are we keeping you here? You're not really. I don't think he. I just don't know. Like he was good at comps and the wacky Big Brother like carnival games and stuff, but like, is he going to do well in such a physical spot that they're like, oh, you're a liability? Is he going to self-isolate and completely like, you know, not be there? Like Ian is a great conversation. Anytime people talk to him and like have a real convo, like he'll be fine. But like, I'm not sure if this group of people are going to really like take Ian in and be like, I want to be around this guy. Like he is a little socially awkward, you know? So we'll see how he does. I am very afraid. He is very intelligent, and I do feel like he's capable of like sniffing out like a traitor. I just don't know if he's going to last long enough for it. So I hope he does well. And I do feel like if his back is against the wall, he will fight like hell, because he on his winning season, and in also like he is not afraid to like speak up for himself. Like I remember that fight with Frankie. Like he will literally say what he needs to say. He might be wrong, but he will say what he needs to say, and he will bring up facts. So like he could do well. I don't know, but like I don't know if the intelligence is enough. Like I need to see the social with Ian, but who knows?
I think last season would have been a better cast for Ian. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Julia.
No, I was just say I do love Ian from season 14, but I felt like in season 22 he disappointed me, maybe because he was checked out, and I was actually surprised to see him on this cast because I just didn't think he would. First of all, I was like, why would you reach out to him? Sorry, I love him, but second of all, why would he say yes? Because it's not that much money, right? Like if it's $100,000, if 4 people, it's 25,000. Like I think Gabby was like Dylan spent it on his apartment, right?
Yeah,
and,
they probably
Gabby,
like appearance fees. This isn't civilian where you're going out there for free hoping to win.
Who's giving?
They're all getting paid.
They're getting paid. They're getting paid.
They're getting paid.
Okay, maybe that's it. Also, he's like actually he was my college classmate's teacher, which is really cool.
Oh,
in Texas, he was like a physics teacher, but I think you guys are right. I think Ian, his strategy in 14 and 22 is he's always someone's like little brother, and he hides behind the big personalities. I think in this cast it's kind of hard, besides Rob, to see which personality he's gonna hide behind, or even which personality. I could see him getting along with like a Mark or like an Eric. But I think he could go really far if he plays being a good faithful really well. I think if he comes hot during the first round table, everyone's gonna think he's a traitor. But I think if he presents the facts really well at like the second or third round table and he gets a traitor out, or if he's very clearly like faithful and faithful, he could get really far. I worry if he actually gets a traitor out, everyone thinks it's gonna be traitor on traitor. But I do think Ian is the kind of person who could lead a round table, but he has to be very strategic on when he leads. And if he's too good, people are gonna be suspicious of him.
Yeah, I could see him getting himself into a situation where he like starts it off and then the tables turn against him and he gets himself voted out.
Yeah.
Almost like because he speaks up at the wrong time or like says too much or something.
Yeah, he needs to choose the right target. Like if someone's really good at deflection and like deflecting it back on him, I don't know if he's gonna like win, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
You know, I think you all made the last time I say is I think you all made a lot of great points, but I just feel like my thought was similar to what Julia, what you were saying, in the sense that he felt so like dejected on All Stars that to see him come back makes me think that he's either coming back with like a new fire, a new personality, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm putting my money on Ian, and I think he's going to surprise a lot of people.
You better fight for your pick.
Yeah.
You better fight for your pick. Work.
I think he's going to come back with a different attitude than he had on Big Brother's All Stars. And Team Ian, let's go, Ian.
It's a shorter amount of time, bro. It's a shorter
like
amount of time. You're not stuck in 24 hours. Like
not total isolation.
Get energetic Ian. Like that would be great TV for me. I love Ian Terry in his first time. Like if I just need that fire, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I need to see from him.
Agreed.
Well, fingers crossed for Ian. Fingers crossed for you, Javier. I have faith. I don't think he's going to be one of the first out. We'll see.
You won me with that first pick, but this pick, meh.
Aw.
Where my banter person? I usually have someone bantering. Where you at, Josiane?
She's bantering in the chat. Hi,
Come
Josie.
on.
She's trash talking Isaiah. Well, actually, us for allowing.
Well, we wasn't rushing to get there. Just because you would have done it, Josiane,
Julia, you're up next. 2 picks for you. Julia.
So in order to balance out my team, I have to choose a gamer. And because I knew Javier does not watch Survivor, I knew you're gonna go with Ian. So my pick is gonna be Jam Jam.
Another Survivor winner.
Jam Jam's already the confessional king in all of these trailers.
Yes, that is true.
I'm trying to think of how he would play. I think they're gonna make him a traitor. I don't know. I think they're gonna make 4. They're gonna have 4 traitors, and one of them's gonna be a gamer. It's either gonna be Tiffany or Jam Jam.
Not Jam Jam.
No, not Jam Jam.
I think they won't, only because Carolyn was a traitor, and he beat. For those who don't know Jam Jam, he won Survivor 44, I think, and
it's
he was
so many other people that the world would love to see. Like, no shade to him, new era winner icon. I don't want to see him play a Traitors game. I would rather a crash and burn player. I'll pick some people still in the bottom that we haven't picked that I would enjoy being a traitor way more than Yam Yam. Like, I need him to just be a faithful and just chill out. Shout out to, I'm not gonna say the names because y'all gonna try to pick them, but I'm gonna leave it alone. But yeah, Yam Yam for me, honestly, he's gonna be sweet. He's gonna gravitate. I could see him and Johnny Ware being really, really close. Colton, the LGBT thing, and then he's gonna want to be with the housewives, and of course he's gonna play that like gamer thing. But there's more people that I'm excited for than Yam Yam. No shade to him.
Jam Jam is a manipulator and such a fun time, but a manipulator. And I personally don't think like his Survivor history is going to matter in any way, shape, or form here. I think Jam Jam, though, naturally is such a big personality that it's going to intimidate some people. And if he ever lets the gamer side of him show too, let's say there's a random room being with like the right amount of people being shown, and he's talking his mind of like who he thinks is what. Like, Jam Jam is going to be a very dangerous player if he's a traitor or if he's a faithful. Like, if I had to pick anyone from the CBS coalition that's like they're probably going to be traitor, it might be Jam Jam. I'm not going to lie. Like, he is such a good player. And he's a talker and all that stuff. I just think that he's just such a threat, even if you don't know him. Like, you just feel that aura off of Jam Jam, because just like I remember like literally the trailer for his season, he was like, I can't believe I'm on Survivor, woohoo, I can't wait to like he says something like ridiculous. I'm just like he just says something like Jam Jam is someone that presents himself not to be taken seriously, but with the wind under his belt, like I don't think he's going to be able to play dumb. Like, just like I think we said with Tiffany, he thrives in a cast full of people who do not know him. Like, he's coming in for the first time ever being known, and I'm scared for him. But Carolyn did well, so like I don't know. Like,
a lot of people won't know him.
They're gonna be like, "Where are you from?
Know
him?
Where are you from?"
They don't need to know him. I think naturally,
Ian Terry not even gonna know who he is.
Listen, Lynn, I personally feel like a lot of these people in what their history is and all that stuff gets exposed on day one. It's just not shown on camera. Like, I feel like 100%. Everybody knows everything. So like they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that guy won Survivor. And
I've personally hung out with him. I know, like, from the moment of not even knowing him like that, he's very welcoming to all people. Like, not just because he's like a reality person, like in person, regular type of club, not for no Survivor event. Great person to be around, great person to hang with, and very open to all different types of people. It's just, with a house full of these personalities, will his light get dimmed, or will those people take it as like, oh, he's trying to steal my light? It's a lot of personalities in this house, and he's rambunctious for sure.
I did not watch this season, but I know of him just generally. Like, I don't know his gameplay necessarily, but I'm familiar with him. I actually think this is a good pick, and I think because the house is so full of large personalities like a Dorinda, like a Lisa Rinna, like some of these other housewives, like a Portia. Michael Rappaport specifically is loud and obnoxious. I think that's going to make things a little bit easier for Jam Jam to sort of fit in and then like maybe become closer to some of the housewives because like they're gonna have a lot of personalities and maybe he'll be able to like acclimate a little bit. I mean, again, I don't really know him well enough from like a gameplay perspective. And like, so Isaiah, what you're saying about him being manipulative and stuff, like I don't know that because I didn't watch the season. But just from a personality standpoint, I think he can fit in with a lot of different groups and not only be pigeonholed as a gamer, which I think could benefit him in the long run if he, either doesn't play too hard. Like again, I don't know his play style. I think the Carolyn thing, like similar to him, like I don't think he's known like a Boston Rob. He's not known like a Suri. He's not known like these people. These new school Survivor seasons, they just are churning them out. They're all the same. No offense. They're all the same. They're all in Fiji. They all have numbers. There's no themes. There's no like distinguishing category, characteristic between any of them other than like who the winner is. And like, yes, he won. But I just don't think there's enough to be like, oh yeah, you were on that season where that thing. It's just like, no, yeah, you won Survivor. You won New School Survivor. Survivor 44. What's the difference between that 45 and 46, 47? Like nobody knows. So I think
Big
that's
three,
gonna maybe do him a favor.
She pushed the, well, maybe he shouldn't mention Carolyn, but like, they were one of the dynamic big three, the original big three of New Era, like going from, being all the way at the bottom to making it to the top together. So, it depends on how much he divulged. And that's where it comes into the person that know him the most. We're all bringing it back. Rob Cesternino, depending on what he tell people about how dominant of a game player Yam Yam is, it could determine how.
I actually don't know if Yam Yam, he has a very socially dominant game, but I don't know how dominant he was because he was constantly targeted throughout the merge, and he was more he's mainly surviving and like slipping cracks.
Right? He's
not like a D, right?
Yeah, but I mean, him and his crew was on the bottom, and they fought their way through it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think like with people like Tiffany or Natalie, I feel like they can't hide how strong of personality they are. Yeah. I don't think Yam Yam worries about other people stealing the spotlight because clearly his closest allies were Carson and Carolyn, who love attention.
No, it's going to be the others. Lisa Rinna. Oh, he's too loud. Oh my God, it's too loud.
Right.
They're going to be jealous about how rambunctious
and how well liked he is.
Lisa
Unless
Rinna.
They bring him in.
My words.
I think
Yam
he
Yam,
can
Lisa
charm
Rinna.
them. I think he can.
You're probably right.
I think Yam Yam knows how to get people to like.
And Carolyn Stanberry.
Yuck. My next pick, I'm going for Fierce, and it's probably one of the top. I don't know why I'm calling civilian picks, but I'm gonna go for Maura Higgins.
That's definitely not civilian. Don't play with Maura like that.
That's not.
No, sorry, non-gamer pick. Just because I think I've never really seen her seasons of Love Island, but
seasons and a host, an icon.
No, she just seems like so fierce and gives a lot of. She's going to be a very entertaining player. I think she's going to be extremely cutthroat. It seems like she wants to be a traitor. I think she's going to be a fantastic traitor.
I would love to see her.
And I think she's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I hope she gets really far.
Honestly, when the cast was announced, and I was like, Maura, I was like, baby, didn't even do a US version of Love Island. But the thing is, she was the host of After Sun.
Right.
And Rob was there. They're gonna have some type of kinship, even if it's not super close. They might not be super close, but that's a kinship there. And honestly, her accent is gonna drive people in. I could literally see people like just melting to that accent. She's gonna bring the looks. She's gonna bring the fashions. Y'all thought Gabby had some looks? Maura,
she already looks amazing in that green latex outfit.
Yeah,
right. That Love Island costume team, Peacock, is about to get her together. Trust me, they girl not about to go in there looking crazy. Let's be clear. She, I think, will be able to maneuver and talk the shirt off of Sailor. She was definitely, if it would have got back to me, she was definitely going to be a pick for me. I'm also a stan of Love Island. Like, I don't know, like I've been an original OG Love Island. Some of these people came with PPG. No, I've been there since moment one. And, her being on the international season, and how she maneuvered even that with love. So imagine how she's going to maneuver in the game of Traitors.
I mean, I feel like the Love Island Bachelor people are some of like the most underrated because those games are actually quite strategic, especially with Love Island. Like you have to couple up and you have to survive and make sure you.
Yeah, Love Island is a strategy to a point, game almost mixed with a dating game. Like there is some level of strategy to it, but for the uninitiated, Maura Higgins is from Love Island UK. She's also been on like 15 other reality shows. Like she was on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. She was on like some cooking show. She's been on like a bunch of random shows, and as Lance mentioned, she was the host of last season's US After Sun. I was not a Love Island UK person, but I was excited to see her. I watched After Sun. I am a PPG entry to Love Island, well, really because of Ariana Madix, but then became a PPG stan. So you know, I only know her from that, but I was even excited just from knowing her from that, seeing her on the show. She does have a connection with Rob. Rob was on season 5 and 6 of Love Island. He was like broke out in season 6. Season 6 was like the biggest season ever, I feel like. So she's connected to a very big season of Love Island, very popular, and Rob was a very popular character on that show, so they know each other. And I think she's gonna do well in integrating with the rest of the cast. That's the whole point, right? You have to be social in order to like date people. So you have to have a good personality.
There you go.
Any other thoughts? Questions?
They don't know my girl Maura. They don't know Miss Higgins, baby.
I don't
know my girl.
Are you getting anything from her aura? Are you reading her aura?
She has aura. She has aura.
What's her aura points? You know, that's a new millennium. I mean, that's a new gen. What is that?
I don't know.
I saw a line outside a place in New York City, like around the block, to get their aura read. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy. But okay. Well, Julia, I think it's a good pick. I think she's a good non-competition reality pick. And as Lance said, I probably would have. She was high on my list of who to pick next as well.
Could honestly be a great faithful as well.
I think she should be a faithful, and I think she would be a great faithful.
Not to be all edgic, but I think because they featured her confessional that she wants to be a traitor, I think we're gonna make her a traitor.
All right, girl. All right. This is not how we draft a lot. This is not how we draft, baby girl.
We shall see. All right, I'm interested to see where we go from here because I feel like we're at the bottom of the barrel. So Javier, where are we going next?
Rapid fire rounds. I'm playing.
Nah, this got some good nuggets.
I'm gonna pick someone who is from a series that historically has done very well on the Traitors. So this is a bit of a strategic pick. Okay. I'm gonna pick Colton from The Bachelor. Because, like I said, on season 1, Ari made it to the end. Season 3, Gabby won. Season 2, Peter Pals ran the show. So unfortunately, I'm gonna pick Colton because he's from another show that has done very well on the Traitors. I've never seen of The Bachelor. I don't know if he's problematic. I'm reading his bio. He sounds a little problematic with restraining orders.
Let me tell you,
baby.
Before Katie says what she says,
let her run it.
That one dude last season was also problematic. And he was good TV. One of the fan favorites.
Yeah,
I forget what his name was.
What's that guy from?
Tom Sandoval.
Yeah, but he's not problematic like restraining. He's probably cheating on his girlfriend.
Yeah,
he's not problematic like Colton.
And Vanderpump Rules was like a hot topic. So like it's like he was,
and he's a clown. We were laughing at him.
Yeah.
Okay, so
break it down, please.
It's like we found the guy for Katie this season.
Break it down, babe.
Drag him, Katie.
Well, I have questions about how this guy keeps getting cast on TV shows. It like doesn't make sense to me. He started off on The Bachelorette. He was a virgin. He was the first virgin bachelor. He quit the show because the girl he wanted to date famously jumped a fence. You may have seen the clip of him hopping over a fence to get off the show because Cassie, who he wanted to date, she quit the show. So he quit the show to go follow her, which is not the only time he followed her because he was placing tracking devices in her car and stalking her and harassing her. And she filed a restraining order against him. He's disgusting. And then he came out as gay, is now married, and he's like, I was gay, so whatever. And I'm like, no, bro, you don't get to choose.
That doesn't excuse your behavior.
Excuse you for being a fucking psychopath because you were in the closet. Like that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
He needed her to be his beard so bad.
Yeah, exactly. He was begging for a beard. So he decided to harass her into it and stalk her into it. So for some reason, we keep casting this man on TV. I don't understand it. I don't know what like dirt he has on casting producers, but he is trash. He should not be on the show. He's not even entertaining.
He just has a good
it's not even like
agent.
he's funny.
That's
Like
what I was
Thompson
saying.
is funny. He's good TV.
Yeah. The thing is, it could be like his whole like redemption thing he went on. You know, when he had his like little show. He had a show that was on Netflix. He had a show on Netflix that kind of gave like his like coming out, like from being a football player to being a virgin, to doing the show. And it just really, they like to, especially with this cast, I guess they like to give people a chance to show a different side of them, because I'm looking at somebody and I'm gonna leave that alone. They just want to give him a chance to maybe rewrite the wrongs. But for me personally,
had so many chances. Is what I don't understand.
He's also a bore, but he's problematic. But he's also not going to be a confrontational, because the housewife going to shut him down and he's going to sit there and soak it.
I'm ready for a Portia or a Dorinda or someone like rip it. Lisa
historically, when it comes to like who people are like familiar with, it's usually like the Bachelor people. Like people are like, oh, I saw his season of X, Y. Like they seem to be like more the semi like famous people coming into these shows.
I mean,
I don't know him, but like I feel like the Housewives gonna know him.
Yeah, I mean, he was in different tabloids, and his big tabloid story isn't even a restraining order. It's it's like gay, and then like the person
he's gonna be known.
The guy he started dating, and
he'll be known.
Like a big.
He's married, and I think he just had a kid. So he's going to be talking about how he married this guy and then had a baby. That's going to be his storyline.
What if they made him a traitor?
It wouldn't be fun. He's boring.
That would be a bad production decision. He's boring.
He's like,
he'd be a bad traitor. Sorry, Javier.
Why do they keep putting him on television?
Rip your pick. I don't know.
Javier, your last 2 picks got ripped to shreds.
I'm so sorry, Javier.
It's okay.
No, we like Ian.
It's okay. Colton,
like
I picked him because I think he's going to do well based on the being on The Bachelor.
That's a good logic.
I think it's very good logic. It is very good logic.
Tom Sandoval did well.
And Tom Sandoval did well too. You're right.
He did do well.
Yeah.
He's harmless.
I will just say that I am not condoning any of his actions because I did not know any of his actions, but
he's a problem. But he's not the most problematic person on this cast, I will say.
There you go. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
You look like you might be saying something.
Do you think people will know?
Not at all. I just said not at all. Not at all. I mean, like I said, the publicity of the restraining order isn't the big thing. No, it's just we watch Bachelor, so we know. Yeah. So like that's not the biggest thing that people gonna know him for. They're gonna be like, oh, it's the gay Bachelor. That's what they honestly. Portia gonna say something silly like that.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She is. Yeah, he's the gay virgin bachelor. That's like the story for him. So whatever. Sorry, Julia.
No, I feel like the first thing I knew about him was the restraining order. So.
Oh, good. Okay, good. That gives me hope.
Okay, perfect. But it's still not the most problematic person to cast.
Right. That's correct.
We know who it is.
Isaiah.
Some people probably don't. So don't say it. Let them pick.
I'm not saying a word until we get there. Is Isaiah going to pick the most problematic person? You do have a tendency to do that in other.
He literally does. He literally does.
The most problematic.
My guy, he does.
No. I'm familiar with maybe like 2 people left here. I'm gonna take the Javier route and go strategic, and I feel like it would benefit me to have at least one housewife on my team.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pick Caroline.
Girl, you do better picking Dorinda.
I don't know anything about her, but I'm picking Caroline. There you go.
So Caroline actually started off on a show called Ladies of London on Bravo.
And it's coming back.
It's coming back. It was sort of like almost like a Housewives like esque show, but it just wasn't called Housewives, but it was based in London. And then that went away in like 2017. And then when they started casting Real Housewives of Dubai, they brought in Caroline Stansberry. I didn't watch Dubai. I did watch Ladies of London back in the day. I know she's married to like a young guy and people don't really love her and it feels like her relationship might be fake, but I don't really know her personality well enough because I didn't watch Dubai. But I know she was like not a favorite. Like she wasn't like, I feel like she was always in conflict. I don't know, Lance, if you have background on her.
Yeah,
do you have a reaction?
The thing is, conflict is her middle name. She is someone who really, really, really likes to make everything about her. Like, honestly, you'll get in the house and Candace is talking about, I just had a baby. She was like, oh, me and my man been trying to have a baby and she's 49 years old. Like, she wants everything to be about her. And then when someone approach her on it, she plays that victim-y, like, mentality. For me, like, I was a stan of Lisa Milan on Dubai, so I'm #anti-Caroline because when I have my stands, I ride for them so the wheels fall off. And I got a cramp in my leg. And see, I'm talking about her and now like I got a cramp. Oh, she's sending some hoodoo over here.
Yeah, she is.
But her man is like extremely young.
And they feel like it's like a fake relationship.
Her husband is
right?
very attractive.
I mean, I don't.
And he's young. I don't know.
Might not be,
weird.
you know.
There's a 20 age year gap.
Yeah, I think she just needed some nice young, and she's in Dubai, so it just depends. But honestly, I just don't see her doing well. I see very much so crash and burn because she really doesn't know how to handle conflict. She like her points don't make sense when she was on Dubai. I'm not sure about Ladies of London. I didn't watch it, so it's hard. It's gonna be hard at a round table of, especially the housewives that they do have that can handle it, throw it back and spit it and reverse it. Plus people like Natalie Anderson. Plus people like Tiffany, they're not going to let her play on their top. So it's going to be interesting seeing how she like navigates that. But you know, it's always that one person that you don't think gonna make it far and she gonna make it far. Because I never thought, not Dolores, what's it? Was it Dorinda or Dolores? I get the D's mixed up. And it's like, how did you make it that far, girl? Like, what?
She did nothing.
You know, like nothing. Literally was voting the wrong person, even when it was time for you to try to win the game. Like, girl, what? You know, like an MJ, like, girl, how we thought MJ was gonna make it that far? Like, so you can easily see her slipping through the cracks, but that's just my thought on her. Blah.
But at least I feel like Dolores and MJ are likable. It sounds like Caroline's not very likable.
I mean, and she only was on she was only in the Bravo Celebrity World more recently with 2 seasons of Dubai, and then it went on hiatus for a long time. And she wasn't even the one of the Dubai housewives that's going to the events, that's connecting with these other housewives.
Chanel Ayan from last season was like the breakout star.
The breakout star. So
and Lisa, I feel like.
Yeah, Lisa Milan. And so I just think that when it comes down to like the connections, if you're outside of, if you're in the Bravo world, but I feel like if they had to chop a Bravo celebrity, it would be her because she don't have as much of the connection.
Yeah, I think housewives like this come in when there's so many. How many do we have? 5, 6, 5. She's going to be the easy one to get chopped, especially if there's a housewives traitor and they're like, well, we got to murder housewives to get the heat off of us. Like if a Candace or a Portia, they're chopping her. They don't need to keep her around. Like I don't really see a reason why I don't think she's going to have a deep connection with Dorinda or Lisa Rinna. I don't think anybody has deep connections with either of them because they're just both disaster people. So like, it's not like you can rely on 2 people like that. I do think Dorinda would be more like, I want to keep the housewives together because she was sort of like that last season for the 5 minutes that she was on. But I think like a Portia or a Candace would not hesitate to cut her. And I just don't know who else she would even start to build relationships with.
Yeah.
Sorry, Isaiah.
No need to say sorry. She's going to do very well, and y'all going to look crazy.
Oh, okay.
So
okay, I guess we'll see.
Can't wait to revisit that one.
Yeah,
Same. Clip it.
Also, my headphones died, so let me know if there's an echo. I apologize.
No, you sound fine.
You're fine.
I'm struggling with what to do here.
Don't do one
Don't do what?
One pick that I really, really want.
Take the pick.
am trying to. What'd you say?
Take the pick.
I don't know who the pick is. I might. Just who knows? I think what I'm trying to do here is have a little bit of a well-rounded team. Obviously, I don't have any gamers on my team, but I know I have to pick a guy. I'm not excited very much about how many people are left here. I'm going to pick Rob from Love Island. I think that he was popular on a show. He's very handsome. I think he has a Mora connection. People seem to like him on a show. I think all the housewives are going to be like, oh my God, Rob, if he walks around without a shirt on and that snake tattoo all over the place. I don't think he doesn't have a very big personality, so I don't think he's going to offend anybody. And I think out of all of like the Peter Pal, Dylan Efron archetype potential, he's probably the highest for me on the list out of this cast. I was debating between him and someone else, but I think that someone else is going to like kind of be a little bit of a flop long term. So I think Rob has the longest term potential out of anybody. He's from Love Island, season 5 and season 6. We talked about him a little bit earlier with the Mora connection. He famously cried under the ledge of a pool, and I could watch it right now and laugh about it, to be honest. So he gave me entertainment.
So I've never seen his seasons, but my understanding was that he's like a very slimy person. Is that right?
I don't know. I didn't
like he was like manipulating like the girls to like choose him or something. I don't know.
He was just a little bit of a fuckboy.
Yeah, it's typical Love Island.
Yeah.
He wasn't definitely the villain of
it's
this
not
exploring his options.
Okay.
But like, yeah, the thing is, he wasn't scared to explore his options and then trickle back to some of those options. The thing is, the struggle I have with Rob is I don't feel he have a strategic bone in his
Not one.
body.
Not a single one.
And it's
not a single one.
It's gonna literally be, at least we knew Peter, smart as heck. He's a pilot. Literally knew how to maneuver it. Like, realized I'm in a competition show. Let's do the dang thing. We saw how he did in Destination X. Then you literally had Dylan Efron, like, use his charm, but he wasn't a dummy. Like, yeah, my brother, like, he's a bona fide star now, but like, he was the forgotten nobody. Like, why are you here kind of thing. But he knew he had a big brain. And the thing is, I feel with Rob, like, Rob is very intelligent. Shout out to Louisiana Connection, stand up. But I just don't. I think the game is going to run over him before he could even try to run it. That's just how.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he has any strategic prowess. I think he's going to be good in competitions. And I don't even expect him to say anything at a round table. Like, he's very quiet. He's like very brooding and quiet. But I think everyone's going to find him attractive, so no one's going to want to get rid of him, basically, is how it's going to go. Fingers crossed. We probably have some horny housewives on this show. So good luck to Rob.
So I guess it's my turn.
Any other thoughts? No thoughts? We're good on.
They don't know Rob, baby. They don't know him.
I don't know Rob. I found his confessional funny where he was like, I'm not used to wearing clothes and I haven't made out with anyone, so I'm excited if he does have a showmance. I don't know who he would have a showmance with.
That could be interesting.
Portia was single when they filmed, so maybe.
Really?
I don't know.
Really?
I would.
But I want to see
that,
him in a showmance. I want to see him make out with someone. I want him to pretend that this is love.
I mean, he needed
a first Traitors showmance.
I don't know. It's the figure skater girl.
Will this really be the first?
Single?
I don't actually.
I'm thinking about other franchises. Okay.
I don't know. US, yeah, I don't think we've had one. But okay, Lance, it's your turn to pick two of these leftovers.
Okay. So I wouldn't say leftover. Like, the thing is, I'm taking some of the stuff I know about the person a little back and thinking about how I think they would play the game and how they would connect with people. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think they did a competition show before. Maybe it was something that's just like leaving my brain. I can't think of it. But this person also has a connection in the game. This person, they've been through some stuff, but I'll just pick Johnny Ware and we could talk about it. But I feel like he is someone that strategically could play the game really well. I'm trying to remember, and maybe I could look it up and see while some of y'all talk about it, what other show he ever done. But I think he did a competition show before, if I'm not mistaken.
He has definitely been around the reality TV sphere. I don't know if he's competed, but I just feel like he's a very big media personality, and he's like around.
Johnny Ware gives me very much like Carson from Celebrity Big Brother. Like, I think he's
I could see that.
Very well liked. I think he is a big reality TV fan. I think he's going to do his research. I think he's going to know the strategy. He's been very strategic. I think why I didn't pick him earlier was just I think his wings are going to get like sniped because he's going to be like such a big social threat.
But like I mentioned, he has, unless, they're the bottom tier, like who I think people would know, especially his figure skating partner. No one's really going to know her unless you're into that kind of stuff. So I feel like if they clan up with certain people, it could work out for them. But okay, he was on Dance with the Stars, The Masked Singer.
Oh, right, he was on
Surreal Life, and he was a guest judge on RuPaul Drag Race. But okay, Dance with the Stars. Maybe I thought he was on a combo competition.
Okay, so then well, I don't know if it was when Mark was on the show because I know Mark left, and then I think now he's back. But
true, yeah, because Mark
Weir.
was definitely there when Mark was there. I'm thinking because Johnny Weir did it a while back.
Yeah, I think Mark left. I took a note about it. Mark left.
Didn't one of the housewives do Masked Singer?
Candy Burris did Masked Singer.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of the others did. But Mark, I think, left in 2022, and now I think he's back.
Johnny Weir competed in 2020. So yeah,
they probably know each other. And then I, in my research, learned that he was also in Tara Lipinski's wedding. So they're like very tight, apparently. Was it her bridesman or something? That was a quote. I didn't make that up. I also read that there's some shit about
Yeah,
Johnny Weir that I did not know.
I didn't know it either.
I didn't know until I was reading about this pre-podcast. So Johnny Weir was married for 2 years, got divorced in 2020. 2020, what am I saying? 2014. There was alleged domestic violence against him, meaning like he was the domestic abuser. And in turn, I guess he made sexual assault or rape allegations against his ex-husband, which then resulted in a defamation lawsuit being filed against Johnny Weir. So I'm actually surprised that has not been more publicized. I don't know where that all ended up in the long term, because that was in 2014. So I'm assuming that's been resolved, but I was very surprised to read that today because Johnny Weir is like a personality
Charlie,
in the media.
Quit hating. My team doesn't look a mess. And yes, I talk too much because I know you want
on the podcast.
No, it's because we roommates. And Charlie was like, girl, I need you to shut up.
I think the pick is not bad. I think Johnny Weir is well known. I think he has connections in the game. I don't think he's gonna be he kind of gives me like Bob vibes, Bob the trainer from last season from Biggest Loser vibes. Like I feel like they're kind of like the same archetype a little bit, maybe. So I don't know. Any thoughts? Any thoughts on Johnny Weir?
They don't know Johnny
The panel. No thoughts. You guys
I was
know
gonna
Johnny
say,
Weir
I think
is really?
No, I think he's
I don't
something
know these
someone my
people.
parents would recognize. You know.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
No.
I
Like,
do
he's-
feel like that was a little bit of.
And they also put him on this season because the Winter Olympics is this year, so they have to build up the hype.
Yes, I
I
did just
guess.
catch a little bit of a stray as an elder.
I guess.
Oh,
Katie, we like to say.
Wait, what? What that mean?
I said I caught a stray as an elder.
Oh,
I don't think I'm old enough to be Julia's mom, but I am an elderly woman.
I mean, I guess I'm an elder. Is 32 an elder?
Mm,
I'm 28.
Y'all are not
That's
old.
older
Shut
than me.
up. Yo, y'all be blowing my mind. Yo.
No, but just like I'm
Yeah.
looking at his pictures of when he's younger, and he's definitely like someone my parents knew. You know,
yeah, no, I get that.
Hey,
Olympics are like a
like he
parent
was
thing.
A stream, not A stream. He was A list, not A list. Maybe he's B list, like in his height. You know.
Yeah. No, I get that. He's like around.
yeah.
All right, no other thoughts. I think
I
it's a
guess
decent pick. So Lance, pick
it's
number 2.
We're at the bottom of the barrel. You feel me?
We're just picking.
Oh, look, Charlie, we want real Slim
just
Shady
closing
back
our
on
eyes and-
Twitch. I'm screaming.
I'm temporarily retired. I don't know. I might be back one day. I've been thinking about it.
You
Okay,
and
I'm-
Chanel, y'all be blowing minds.
I am really toying with some things. There's definitely people here that I will not pick, and I'm probably going to get stuck because it goes back up and down.
But there is going to be leftovers.
Are we
'Cause there's
doing like
24 people in the cast?
we're doing
and
like a
there's 5 of
leftover
us.
draft, like this old draft that I used to do with people? Like you'll have a leftover pool. If someone loses somebody, they could pick someone from the leftovers to get.
I
seen
think
in the draft.
I think if we each pick one, there's only 3 left over.
Yeah, there's some leftovers.
So this is our last
Normally
pick,
they'll go to
right?
like the
This is-
chat.
yeah, they go to the chat.
Okay.
Or we could put them in a pool if we could.
Oh no, it's fine. All right.
I'm good with that.
So now
I don't really
I'm
know.
toying with trying to be.
People at the bottom are winning anyway, so
I'm trying to be strategic, but
We
also
Ivor won last year. We never know.
104. 104.
Okay, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna pick the best out of these options, which is someone who I've watched for many, many years, Mark Ballas, Dancing with the Stars.
He's who
icon.
I was waffling between, but
The
I
thing
just feel
is-
like the Dancing with the Stars people have not done well on the show.
Yeah, and that's what I say.
Gives
Like
me a little bit of a bad vibe.
Max have not done well, and I feel like for me, I'm a little worried because even like I just feel like he's not the most likable to like people. Like
He has like
used
a
to be a
bad
fan.
attitude a little bit.
Yes, he used to be a fan favorite with Dance with the Stars, but then like more recent hasn't really been in the best of light. So like it's like grasping at straws right now because Lisa Rinna, Chow by. Actually, I'm not even gonna say everything. Mark Ballas is my pick, and shout out to him. Hopefully, he does something, or at least
I feel like in the interviews, Mark has been trying to come off as like charming as possible. So do you feel like he's trying to like remake his image?
he doesn't have a bad image. It's
not-
just he's
not
not.
charming, not charming as in like
Yeah.
sleazy, but he's trying to come off as likable as possible.
Maybe.
I mean, this
He kind of
also
just gives
isn't
me a
Dance
vibe
with
like
the
he
Stars.
doesn't really want to be there
Yeah,
or like anywhere. He just acts like he doesn't want to. Like he's too cool. I don't know. There's something about him that like gives me.
Ooh, so you think he's gonna do the same thing as Max and crash and burn so early? What are you playing in Max
At
face?
least Max
Let's be
was kind
clear.
of funny though. Like
Yeah.
I felt like he was a little funny. I don't know. I just don't think he's going to make a lot of really good personal connections because if he has that like stanky attitude, I just don't know that people are going to want to connect with him. But Lisa Rinna did do Dancing with the Stars. Some of these other people did Dancing with the Stars, so they're like they probably know him.
Yeah, they showed
that
that
helps.
Lisa and Mark knew each other.
And that's what I say, like,
because she did Dancing with the Stars 100 years ago, and he was on
people
the show
like Monet is gonna like fangirl because everybody who used to want to do Dancing with the Stars, Mark was like between Mark and Derek Huff was like, we need him as a partner. His choreography is like top tier. So it's like, you know, fangirling. Like if I was around Mark, I would be like, let's kill it, babe. Let's go.
Yeah. I think it's a good pick. I was waffling between Mark and Rob. I just think Rob might like integrate a little bit better than Mark, but I don't know. You never know.
All right.
I think Mark's going to do really well.
Mark Ballas.
Only because it seems like I've seen very few seasons of Dancing with the Stars, but did he compete with Dylan recently?
I think he was on that season. Yes. Yeah. I don't know who his partner was, but he's back now. He was with Alex. I have a note. He started in 2007 and he went until 2022 and then he left and went to Broadway, but I think he's back now. He did a couple of different things on Broadway.
It seemed like he wanted it. Like it seemed like he wanted to be on the show and he wanted to be strategic. So I don't know. I think he seems so middle of the road to me.
That's even conflicted thoughts.
He seems so middle of the road to me that like, you know, just because the US seasons have been so random,
that's why my team is eating.
The road to me that I think he could do really well. I don't know.
I think there's going to be a random ass person at the end. And it could be anybody. It could be Rob from Love Island because people keep him around. It could be Mark. It could be Eric. It could be Lisa Rinna is not a random ass person. There's no shot. There's literally no shot. There's no shot.
I can't stand that woman. I'm sorry.
No, neither can I. I'm not looking forward to her being back. Which means I'm not going to pick her. But I do think I'm picking. I'm going to pick Ron. I think Ron is a comedian.
I was toying with him.
I think that gives me the most well-rounded as possible team with the group that's left, minus not having any gamers. But I do think the gamers don't always do well in these games, so it's fine. So Ron is a comedian. He does a lot of voice acting. He's been on a lot of TV shows. He was on Blackish. He's been on a lot of like late night shows and stuff. So I think a comedian can only do well on this show. If it's
he's going to be likable.
Yes, very likable. The preseason stuff is already like interesting and funny. So I think it could either be like he could use his. I'm not like super familiar with his personality, but I would like to see him use maybe like his comedy background or like, you know, he has like a little bit of an unserious voice. Like maybe he can use that to lower his threat level a little bit.
It's very like this. It's very like this.
Exactly.
Like lisp with like hi.
Yes. So I think like people won't see him as a threat. He could be easy murder fodder, but I think that he could do pretty good on the show. I don't know.
So when I saw Ron get cast, I thought Coco from Canadian Traitors, or it's just like he's funny and no one suspects that. I mean, I don't think they're going to cast him as a traitor, but I just think he's
could be interesting.
Funny that people are going to like him and gravitate towards him and not be threatened by him.
Yeah.
100% likable is gonna he's gonna pull people in. He's not gonna be scared to have a conversation with a housewife. He's not gonna be scared to have a conversation with a gamer. He's not gonna be scared to have a conversation with Donna Kelsey. Like he's gonna play the game, and it just all depends on how he formulates himself to see how deep he can actually get into the game, traitor or faithful. But I don't see him as a traitor. If I had to put money, I would not put him as a traitor to me.
No, me neither. And I feel like some of these random picks who don't already have pre-existing, and he might know people in the show. I don't know, maybe. But I think the ones without the obvious connections have to work a little harder to build connections with people, which then like makes it feel maybe a little bit more genuine than some of the pre-existing, like, oh, we played Survivor together, or like we all played Survivor, but we don't really know each other. Like, I don't know. I think that could bring people's guards down a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how he does. All right. Any other thoughts about Ron Funches?
Nope. I was going to pick him, but you took him. So, you know, it is what it is. You took my pick. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So this whole time I've been a little silent because I do not know a lot of these people. I had to do my research.
Okay.
So you Googled them right before this?
I definitely Googled
them during.
I was looking at Instagram followings and who was commenting under whose pictures. I'm gonna go with this person because they have over 4 million followers.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
Oh, I know who it is.
Big singer. I'll pick the Eric Nam person.
Oh, okay.
Seems
I was actually
pretty
thinking about picking him too.
Girl.
Yeah. And look, there's usually that person
Hip-hop star
with common sense.
Yep.
That's what we're. This is the bare minimum we are here. I'm looking for common.
Girl, his manager got him to do this show.
Good. Hopefully, his manager, just like him, have common sense. That's what team I really need.
So Eric Nam
Team name.
is a K-pop artist. I think he's been around for a while, based on his bio that I read, and he's also voicing. And I'm going to say this name wrong because I don't watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. Aang.
Yes,
Am I right?
Aang.
Okay, so he's
Aang.
voicing
So
Aang
excited.
in The Legend of Aang. So I guess he's like the main character of the
Yes.
movie, which is a pretty big
word.
deal coming out this year. So that's
So
it.
we'll see. So that's why they cast him because his movie about to come out and they gotta hype him up. Word
Yep.
diva.
So one
publicity.
thing I found out
3
in my
episodes.
research is that Eric Nam knows Johnny Ware and Tara Lipinski.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
what's
about
that
right.
He was an
I'm
honorary
cooking.
ambassador in the 2018 Winter Olympics. When
Word
Oh.
diva.
in Seoul.
Okay.
So he's gonna know some people.
Oh, so they're gonna grab. That's gonna be a threesome. I love.
He's one of the ones I could see being the random people that ends up being good at the game or ends up going to the end. Like I don't know him, but I
Isaiah
just feel
Chop.
like maybe he's one that could like rise to the top.
I think he's definitely faithful because I'm sorry that I keep bringing up these like 5-minute clips, but he
No,
was like,
please do.
I don't know what's happening. This is so scary. And I'm like, oh my god.
Julia.
Yeah, there's always one of those people that like sneaks through.
Julia.
But never mind. I thought he was like in some other. Oh, he was in the Korean version of Masked Singer. I thought he was in some other
Oh.
reality competition show.
He's a K-pop icon.
Yeah, it seems like he's like an OG K-pop person. I don't know. But he's not like a teen. Obviously, I don't know if they have teens on the show, but who knows? I think this is a good pick. Based on not knowing a thing about this man, the vibe is good. So good job.
All right.
Oh,
You
he was on
didn't
a
pick
show
the most
called Wizard
problematic.
of Nowhere.
Oh, what's
Okay.
that?
Wait,
Some,
this is my last pick.
That was your
That
last.
was your
pick.
last pick.
I
Oh,
love my team. Amazing team. Just let y'all know that. We continue.
You do ride for your team. That is one thing you do. Javier, last pick.
Well, my last pick is the only other person whose face I recognized. Not because I know what this person's been up to since I was a teenager in high school, but when I looked him up, I remembered him from when I was a teenager in high school.
Okay.
So I'm picking Stephen Coletti.
Steven.
okay. Okay.
Steven.
Okay.
Why
I
did
got
I pick
scared.
Stephen Coletti? Because he was on One Tree Hill, and One Tree Hill was one of my favorite shows growing up. He dated my favorite character on the show, Brooke, who's played by Sophia Bush. So I'm rooting for Stephen because he dated Brooke back in the day. That's all I got.
Period. And he
Okay,
was
so-
slaying it on Laguna Beach.
Yes. So I know Steven from Laguna Beach.
Yes, same.
And anytime I see his face, I just picture Kristen in Mexico going, Steven.
Steven.
Steven. And I feel like I make that reference a lot in real life and no one ever knows what I'm talking about. So
Hey,
I'm
you
glad
gotta talk
Lance
to
at
me,
least
girl.
I know. I'm glad at least you know my reference. So he originated on Laguna Beach on MTV back in the day. And then I learned that he was on One Tree Hill. I didn't even know. So Javier, so he was a recurring character. Like he had a part.
He was there for like 4. He played a big part for like 1 or 2 seasons. Then he owned like a
Wow.
nightclub at one point. He
Oh,
was,
wow.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I have to go
Javier
watch
knew.
One Tree
But, like
Hill.
I had no idea. I wasn't a One Tree Hill girly, but he also co-hosts a podcast with Kristen Cavallari about, I don't know if they talk about those or the Laguna Beach,
It
but
says Back to the Beach, so I guess
yeah, it's called Back to the Beach.
it's about Laguna Beach.
Yeah. So he's like doing his thing. I'm interested. He's a very surprise
Cast.
to see him on this show. I think it's going to be, I'm interested because it's like I watched Laguna Beach back in the day. So I'm interested to see him back on my screen and I'm pleasantly surprised. Good for, as long as he's not problematic. I don't know his politics or anything, but I'm glad he had a small acting career post reality television. Good for him.
Sure, I don't know if he's problematic either. So
yeah, I have no idea.
I think he has the potential to be like a sort of Dylan 2 reasons. One, on his Instagram, there are shirtless pics of him that look like shirtless pics of Dylan. 2, in the interviews with him, they asked, like, are you going to lead the vote or follow the vote? And he said, I'm going to lead the vote, which I think was really surprising.
I'm surprised by that.
They all say that kind of stuff.
Quiet.
No, a lot of them were saying.
I'm saying.
Ian said they were going to follow. Rob said they were going to follow.
And vote, and they say this in these interviews, then get on the show, and he's going to be meek and mild. And he's going to fade in the background just like Eric Nam is about to do.
When Lisa Rinna is ripping someone's head off, he's just going to sit there like...
I think the reason why Steven's on this show is that his agent is an agent for someone else on this cast.
Who?
And that... I don't know. I'm kidding. I'm
submitted.
And his agent is like a commission. Like, I just think he's such a random pick.
Yeah.
And then also, like, you know, his podcast is blooming from what I'm looking at.
Oh, his podcast is doing really well? Okay.
I mean, yeah, everyone... You know, like especially millennials, like
we love nostalgia.
We love nostalgia.
I mean, I'm not listening, but I'm interested in the concept.
Yeah,
I'll watch
it. If it was about One Tree Hill, I'd listen.
I'm surprised that he should do that. People would love a One Tree Hill.
They do love those.
It's called Back to the Beach.
Yeah.
Sorry, no,
with Kristen.
With Kristen Cavallari.
He was part of a love triangle with what's her face, Lauren Conrad and Kristen. He was like the it guy in Laguna Beach. Season 1, I guess. I don't know if he's on season 2. Because he graduated, maybe? I don't remember. Very interesting. I think it's a good pick. We'll see how he does. Julia.
Okay, but I wanted Stephen Coletti. So bottom of the barrel, there's only one right pick.
Sorry, Julia.
Well, I mean, not that I really wanted him. I just didn't want... I'm just going to choose Tara Lipinski. I can't in the right conscience choose any of the other people.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think she's gonna be a very boring faithful. And you know, she'll stick to Johnny Ware and maybe that Eric Nam connection. Maybe they cast her because she kind of looks like Gabby Windy, but what I heard is that she won instead of Michelle Kwan, so she's cutthroat or whatever. And Michelle Kwan has actually never won a gold in Olympic figure skating. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be very entertained by her, but I think she's safe. I think she could be like a Dolores.
Yeah,
she wants to be a strong faithful and lead the faithful, but I don't know. Like, I don't know enough about her strategic prowess to see if she can actually do that. But maybe she'll have a decent game.
And she's on this cast because the Winter Olympics is coming, and her and Johnny Weir are commentators.
Yeah,
and
NBC
really NBC know what they're doing.
Hosts the Olympics. They're like they stream on Peacock.
Is half of this cast NBC?
A lot are NBC.
And then, like,
all the Bravo,
the umbrella,
all the Bravo people, the Olympics,
the Love Island people,
and Love Island,
Boom.
That might be it. But that's still like the majority. Yeah, I think it's not doing Mass Live, but it feels like the majority to me. At least 50%, maybe. Yeah. There's a lot.
Okay.
Our leftovers.
I think these are the 3 I expected.
Actually, no, I did.
I expected these 3 to be at the end.
I expected 2 of them to be at the end. Dorinda, I thought
Dorinda about to eat. Dorinda might eat.
I wouldn't necessarily be surprised.
Someone would have picked Lisa.
No.
You saw what Keith Chastain did, made it to the final round table. It should have just brought it halfway though, like not the beginning.
Yeah, I agree. I think
it's gonna be like, why
Dorinda from the beginning is a little strange.
Like,
I also think it's a strange pick to bring. Yes, why is she back? I don't really know. Like, I guess we didn't really spend any time on Tara. So anybody who doesn't know Tara, she's an Olympic gold medalist. She was the youngest skater to win the U.S. National Championship and World Championship. Good for her. Shout out to you. And she's a commentator on the Olympics. So Winter Olympics are coming. Lance already made the connection. NBC is putting in work. So who's left? Dorinda Medley. We still have to give them a little bit of a quick run through overview. We can get some quick thoughts on how they're going to do. Famous from Real Housewives of New York. She is on pause. She remains on pause famously. She also was on Ultimate Girls Trip where she hosted at her house, Bluestone Manor in the Berkshires. She's a maniac. And then she was also on the New York Ultimate Girls Trip. So she's like getting work from Bravo still, even and NBC clearly, even though she's not on the show. She is a very volatile woman. As you guys saw from season 1, she was the first murder, but she was fighting with Ivor. And last year, I was very surprised that they kind of let her go early because I thought she was going to be the source of a lot of the really good television. I think she's still going to be good TV, but I think it's a mistake to cast her along with Lisa Rinna because Lisa Rinna is going to suck all the air out of the room.
Literally.
So I think if it was just her, and Portia too is such a big personality. Like she was good with the Robins and the Doloreses and like the kind of boring housewives that we had last season. But with all these really big personalities, it's crazy to me that Dorinda's there, and she might actually just fight with them instead of fighting with other people. So I don't think the Bravo connection is going to be strong this season.
Not this year.
No.
Yeah, because Lisa Rinna, like she's gonna say the wrong thing, and it's gonna piss off Dorinda or piss off another housewife. And the thing is with Dorinda, I feel like I said, coming into the season. At the beginning, they should have did a KHS thing, like kind of twist, bring in a little later. Like it's gonna be like, why is she back? I think we, like it's a safe, like let's banish her because why would they bring her back? Of all the first boots, why her?
Yeah, it probably will put some like unnecessary heat on her because of everybody coming in midway last season or after the first episode, and they were traitors. Like Boston Rob was a traitor, so it does feel a little bit weird. Maybe they'll make her a traitor. Who knows? But I think that would be a really bad decision to do that. I hope they let her drink, and I hope she has a meltdown that just gives us at least one entertaining Dorinda roundtable. I feel like her fight with Ivor was entertaining, and we barely got to like scratch the surface of what Dorinda has to offer. But she's bad at this game. She's gonna be bad at this game. She's not someone I'm gonna root for. I'm just gonna root for entertainment while she's around. Does anybody else have any thoughts about Dorinda?
She is not going to do good.
She's not.
Like,
he's emotionally unstable.
Like, why is she back, bro? Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, did we like when y'all bring in someone back? You pick Dorinda of all people.
It's like, very strange.
What was the reason? What dirt does she have?
Wouldn't you have wanted to see Johnny Bananas before Dorinda, like first return?
A lot of people before Dorinda.
I would not want to see that, man.
I don't like Johnny Bananas.
Okay.
No, but there's definitely other people.
I would have taken Johnny Lance. It's okay.
Over Dorinda for me.
Yes.
I'll take Dorinda, I think.
Who else was first boots? So we got Dorinda.
Peppermint. Why didn't we get Peppermint back?
Peppermint. Who was first banished?
Banished, that's true. But still, Peppermint got done dirty.
Yeah.
Very dirty.
For sure they win the game, so I guess it's not too dirty.
Yeah, I guess so. Trash.
Yeah.
Trash out.
Trash out.
I know I famously got in a deep-rooted argument with her during redacted game one time.
Right, she played. I forgot she played.
It was
That's right. That's so funny. Lisa Rinna, next undrafted former Real Housewife. Lisa actually she's been around for a long time. She originated as actually a soap opera actress. She was on Days of Our Lives. She was also on Melrose Place. She's married to Harry Hamlin, who's also kind of like a D-list actor. No offense to that man, but she did join Real Housewives. She was on for a while. She was in Beverly Hills. She is the most toxic mess of a human being that you will find. So she's gonna fight with people. She's nasty. She's rude. She says everything that she wants to say, but like doesn't put she's just gross to me as a person. I don't really know. Obviously I don't know her, but she's not even fun villain. She's just like, ugh, I don't like to watch. We all love a villain. She's not a fun villain. So there's going to be fights in this house for sure. I actually could see her going toe to toe with our next unpicked person. We'll see. But that I would root for her in that argument 100%.
Yeah, same.
But any other thoughts on Lisa Rinna? I know Lance, you know her.
Yeah, like I just think Lisa Rinna, like even when she was way on like Celebrity Apprentice, like it's just something about her demeanor to me that like gets under my skin.
Yes.
And I love a good villain. I've always been a TV villain, but like when you go to the gutter, like she just goes to the gutter. She's a gutter snipe, and it's not somebody that I personally want to like share the space with, because she's gonna suck the energy out of the room. She's gonna make it so not fun, but she's also gonna give us TV, and a lot of people are really excited about her. But yeah, I'm just personally not a fan as a like deep rooted Bravo.
Yeah. The thing about her is that I think everything she does is a manufactured moment on television, and she just does it to make good TV or be entertaining. So I think a villain is more fun when they're just like they're just genuinely being themselves and they're a villain. She is like a soap opera person, but in real life, like she doesn't act for soap opera. She just is that on television. So like it's just not fun to watch. It just feels very manufactured and fake. And also she's just like irritating and the worst. But I do think there's potential here because I think there's a lot of volatile people on this cast that she could get into it with. And I do think she's a little bit on the right side of history with like politics and things, depending on where you lean. So like it could be interesting if she goes up against someone else on this cast that's maybe not on that side of things. Which maybe leads me to our last undrafted. Very proud of us as a group. Proud of you, Isaiah, for not picking this man. I'm surprised. You always pick the most problematic person on the cast. You always do. You always do. So I was waiting for it.
Stray. Wow.
It's because he don't look into nothing. He just draft blind.
No, I think if you knew that people were talking about boycotting the show because they cast this person, you would have picked him just to be a troll.
I know who Michael Rappaport is, and I did see all that. I just didn't pick him.
Okay.
Well,
I've seen his movies. I've seen all that. I've seen Higher Learning. Come on now.
You're a fan?
No. I don't know him enough. Like I know he's from New York.
Honestly, like I say, this is another step for them to give someone to right their wrongs. Like if we look at like now all the information we got about all these people, it's bam, bam, bam. A couple people in here that they're using this show. Yeah. It's one of the biggest shows, Emmy-winning show, to give people a platform to right their wrongs. If they do it, they do it.
I don't think it's that at all. I genuinely, from all I've known and seen Michael Rappaport on Instagram long before this show, he is probably going to stand on everything he's ever said.
Oh, he will never apologize.
I don't think he really cares at all. I do think though, he is a very big loudmouth and will have good confessionals. I'm going to get. But also,
I don't think he's going to last.
His views and some of the things he said won't be shown. Right. So yeah, people that don't know, like we know, but it's a lot of people that watch the show that don't know a lot of people's history. So like when it comes out and people be like, oh, he's actually like polarizing, funny, and a villain, and it's like. This man is actually
Michael Rappaport has been around in Hollywood for a very long time.
I know, but it's also a lot of new age people that's into these shows that don't know half of these people. Think about.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about in the house though.
It's a blind eye. Just like y'all don't know a lot of these people. Yeah. A lot of people don't know what he did and what he said and what he's done. Yeah. So they could possibly grow to love somebody like that. Same like people don't know about Colson's issue. I didn't know about Johnny Weir's until today. Like. It's a lot of stuff about a lot of these people. You know, they are humans and they are going to be loved by some and hated by others. And I know where I stand with Bing, and Bam, but you know.
And sorry if I talk over anyone because I don't got my headphones on. So but when I tell you the way he is on Instagram, I really feel like he is going to be the same exact way. And like Michael Rappaport has no filter. Does not give a fuck, and he's going to say whatever he wants to say. Like genuinely speaking, if anyone ever calls him in a round table, he's going to call him a fucking idiot. I'm so serious. Like he does not care. I don't know how long he's going to last.
You're a traitor, B. You're a traitor, B.
You know what I'm saying? Like Sandra. Like I think he's going to give great TV, but like, yeah, he needs to go like very soon. But no, I wasn't going to pick him just because he's what do you? Is that what y'all think of me? This is crazy.
Well, no. But you always end up picking someone where you're like, I love this guy.
Wait,
he's a
who
troll.
else did Isaiah pick?
Cheese Room. He's still defending Cheese Room 3 years later.
I'm defending Luke. I said that he had
no, you think
one
it's
of the
funny,
most funny moments in Big Brother history because what are you doing?
Yeah,
but
I mean, that's ridiculous.
I'm not defending any of these guys.
No,
They're all idiots.
I know. But I do think, so Michael Rappaport, for those who don't know this man and why he's so controversial, he's been around, as Isaiah said, in Hollywood for a very long time. I think, unfortunately, with the rise of podcasts and social media, he really showed his whole ass and doesn't care. I think like he could have just like been an actor and no one would have ever known. But I think that wasn't Brett, Matt. That was Glances. That was Luke. Brett was Big Brother 20. But I do think... where to begin with him? I mean, he is a big Housewives fan, so I think he's going to try and buddy up with all these girls. He's always on Bravo. For some reason, Andy Cohen loves riding this guy's dick and bringing him on Watch What Happens Live like 3 times a season. I don't understand it.
until that Kenya thing, has he been on since that? Like the back and forth he had with Kenya?
He did have a big fight. Kenya ate him up on Watch What Happens Live, but they fought live on Watch What Happens Live, him and Kenya Moore. And
but he also could give it back. So that's why I say he's gonna be a mess. Racially charged jokes, and
he's gonna give. I genuinely speaking, I don't think he's gonna do all that at all. I think he's gonna
do it. They're just gonna edit it out.
I really think he's gonna be a villain in very old school reality TV, like all bias aside. I genuinely think he's gonna give us great television.
No, Katie, you said it. You said it. He's gonna give great television or reality TV because Katie said it. They knew the backlash they got when the cast was announced, and they're gonna edit it out. They don't want the Emmy-winning show.
They would show it, but this is not House of Villains.
This is like a two-time Emmy-winning show now.
Like, they're not going to show any of that. They don't want controversy.
I agree with that.
It's a
I feel I feel like the cast doesn't have a lot of negative things to say about him. Like after the show that they didn't show on the season, I just foresee that for his future.
And also,
I think so too.
Do you think some of the cast is going to know? You know, Natalie Anson don't mind calling out a bigot.
Well, I think she'll know. I do think Lisa Rinna, if he starts spouting that stuff. I mean, okay, so he makes a lot of racially charged comments. I don't even want to say jokes because they're like not jokes. He just does a lot of commentary. And he hides under the fact that like he's married to a black woman, so he could say whatever the fuck he wants, but he's a racist. And he's a very bold Zionist, but saying in like the most disgusting way you could possibly be, like in the most offensive, disgusting way you can possibly be. So it's shocking to me that they cast him because he doesn't bring anything. It's not like he's starring in something.
Yeah, something coming out probably. Like, he probably got something coming out.
Who's coming for Michael Rappaport on this show? I don't understand how he's like still in the Hollywood atmosphere, but I do think if Lance, if you saw Lisa going up against Camille and Brett Kavanaugh, I do think she will fight Michael Rappaport if he starts spewing some of that bullshit in house.
Sure.
And I'm sure so will Portia. I'm sure so will Candace. I'm sure so will, I don't know Monet, but I hope that Monet. I don't think there's going to be
Natalie
people here fucking with. Natalie. I don't think there's going to be people that are going to fuck with Michael Rappaport in this house. So
I will be surprised. Watch Kristen gonna be the one getting into it with his ass.
Yeah. I mean, he has controversial and like disgusting, bigoted, racist views on like everything possible. So there's no way that he's not going to offend like at least 65% of the people in this cast. Maybe he'll buddy up with Colton and Johnny Weir. I don't know.
Do you think his connection was just Bravo to the show?
I don't know, because he's not even on Bravo. He just goes on Watch What Happens Live. Like Andy Cohen loves him for some reason because Andy Cohen loves a straight man who watches Housewives.
Traitors?
I don't even think it's that, bro. I remember watching ESPN one day, and
we wasted too much time on this man. No shade.
Talking about how like he called out Kevin Durant. He was like an old street, like no, he's just like in the media. I'm telling you, like he's not even like a TV connection. He's like pretty big.
He has a podcast. He's all over the place. Yeah,
he's fairly big on social media.
Yeah, he's gonna be gone early. Well, this is our draft. We did it. We made it. 3 people are undrafted, so we could decide if we want to put them in a pool and pick one.
No, because I don't want to get stuck with Michael after I lose.
Audience.
So, audience, these are your draft picks. Wow, you have a very loud team.
No shade, because I don't want to get stuck with him if one of my people leave in the first 3 episodes.
Neither do I.
I'm good.
And I have a feeling one of mine will leave pretty early.
I think. I hope 2. I hope 2. Oh, you think one of yours?
Yeah, I think so.
I hope it's Donna.
I think Donna's my winner pick, to be honest. We'll see. We will see. But here we are. Here's our draft. Julia has Kristen, Jam, Maura, and Tara Lipinski. Javier has Monet, Ian, Colton, and Steven. Honestly, I think Javier and Lance probably are tied for the best 2 draft teams. Isaiah has Tiffany, Rob, Carolyn Stanberry, and Eric. I have Candace Dillard. I have Donna Kelsey, Rob from Love Island, and Ron Funches. And Lance has Natalie Anderson, Portia, Johnny Weir, and Mark Ballas. So I think we got a little bit of everything. Everybody's got a little sprinkle of everything. Undrafted chat. You guys have Dorinda Medley, Lisa Rinna, and Michael Rappaport. So good luck with that. Ooh. And one of them just came to me. I just hit my hand on the thing. So that's it. And we will we'll keep in touch and find out what goes on with these teams throughout the season. I'll go ahead. I'll stop sharing. I know we've been at this for a little while. How do I stop sharing? I don't even know. Literally not an idea. Okay, there we go. We're all full screen. last couple of things. What's everybody's prediction for this season? I won't keep you much longer. We've been at this for a while, but how are you guys feeling? How many traitors? I know we talked about it a little bit, but like, what are you hoping for?
I'm hoping for an entertaining season because last season I feel like was very good up until the finale. Yeah. But last season was a roller coaster ride. They don't need to get too big brothery about it like they tried last season. Just keep it simple, you know. I'm just hoping they carry on the momentum because, like, you know, the first half of every Traitor season is so fun, and then the second half really dictates if I enjoy it or not. So I'm hoping for a constant moving train, and I hope everyone brings it.
Me too.
I think that this season has, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it has the least exciting cast of all the past 3 seasons. However, that could be a good thing for the season if these people bring it and give us some good TV. So I'm cautiously optimistic, even though just on paper the cast itself does not make me that optimistic, but we shall see.
That's how I felt about last season's cast, and I feel like we got very entertaining moments.
Exactly, yeah. So.
Yeah.
I personally think, like, I kind of beg to differ with Isaiah. I want a season that keeps us engaged and pulls us in. I watch some of these international seasons and some of the gags that happen from episode 1, the thoughts, the changes. I need Traitors to literally amp it up. Like, yeah, don't be too big brothery. No, you're Traitors for a reason. Find ways to keep us engaged and keep us on our toes. It's enough is to show that we know who the Traitors are from jump. So we're seeing them battle. I need to see some of the incentive. You know, incentive is fine because they did in Canada. It didn't really matter to me. But it's just the twist. I need something that makes me be like, oh, I didn't expect it. Like what Canada did episode 1. I'm not going to say it in case people want to watch. But what Canada did episode 1. Picking the Traitors. We need something that's going to make me be like, I'm set. Because like y'all say, we're so excited for the hype. Traitors is an amazing show. And then we get a couple episodes in and we're like.
Right. It has that midway slump.
As long as it's not like too extreme like they did last season. I forget what the twist was. But what was it last season that like kind of like annoyed me? I think it was something. Cage? I don't know. I think it was something with Brittany and Danielle or something, and then it could have like completely ruined
the dinner thing where you could bring the person to dinner.
Bring someone, you have to tell them if they're a traitor or not.
I thought that was a good twist.
That was really good in the UK.
It was good in the UK. That's what I'm saying. So
I didn't like it over here.
That's why they brought it, because in the UK it was hit and it worked really well.
Okay.
Yeah, but it did kind of flop a little bit, I think, in the US. And what I think is the main thing about some of these seasons, which I'm excited about the civilian season for this reason, is like these people don't really have much to play for. They're getting paid to be there. I'm sure maybe the civilians are too, but not the amount of money these people are. And they don't really need the money, and they all know each other. Like the civilians that play games, like they're playing for a reason. They want to be there. They want to win the money. They have a story. This is just like, yeah, okay, I'll show up for it's 2 or 3 weeks in Scotland. Yeah, okay, I'll go and I'll pack my best outfits, whatever. That's not what the civilians do. So I'm like hoping something switches things up in the US a little bit this season. We'll see. What about you, Julia? What are you hoping for this season?
I was just gonna say I want the Traitors to finally win.
Me too. I was gonna say that too.
In the other franchises, the Traitors win, and in the US, except if your name is Suri Fields, like it's just always the faithful. And I mean, it's interesting because I think last season, you know, they got some of the biggest stars ever, and they were flops. Like Tony was a flop. Unfortunately, Jeremy wasn't particularly interesting.
That's because of Boston Rob.
Right.
He didn't let him get their feet off the ground.
He carried that season. I'm sorry.
He did. Yeah, he did. Yeah. And you all know how I feel about Boston. He's not my favorite. But he won me over on the Traitor season, I will say.
Yeah, he was really entertaining. But I want to see the Traitors get far and win this season. And that would make it a good season for me.
Like, do you want a lot of OG Traitors to like make it deep?
Yeah, no, I think when recruited Traitors make it far, it's not very interesting because that's just...
They don't feel like they earn it.
Depends on when they get recruited. Yeah. If they're like recruited, the first recruited person, and they feel like they've really like played great, but like if Ari won that game in season 1, like that would have sucked. He did one round table as a traitor. Like you don't want to see that. Or Kate, if Kate won.
I mean, because was it UK? My girl like was a recruiter and she won. something. But she ate it up. Like recruits have done really well. Like it depends on how much work you put into it. For me.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't mind a
was
recruit winner.
Decent recruit.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a little bit too lopsided in the US the last couple of seasons with the wins that we've had. Like they have just not been fun or exciting wins. Season 2 and season 3 were not great. And I think if we get now a fourth season, 3 in a row where it's just faithfuls winning who kind of have no clue what's going on, it's like, okay, you guys really have to reevaluate either who you're casting or how you're playing the game. Yeah, I'm very excited to see what comes of the civilian season later this year.
I am fearful because I feel like they brought so many, at least from the Big Brother Survivor world of it, so many legends. Like we're actually like running out of old school legends that I would love to see back on this show. And we're kind of seeing that with like Survivor now that they're bringing a lot of like recent players and Big Brother with Tiffany. It's just kind of like, I haven't even seen them back on their regular shows. Why would I want to see them on this right now? You know, like,
yeah.
So hopefully this is a smash and it continues the momentum to make me want to keep coming back to this. Because honest to God, at this point, I watch Traitors for the cast because I honestly think the game is very flawed and I'm not too much of a fan of the game because it's like you're almost incentivized to like play dumb until the end and like I don't know, it kind of annoys me. So
yeah, I agree. Yeah. I totally agree. A couple of quick questions in the chat. Bulk Corp is asking who's coming in late during the season. Is anybody coming in late? Do we know?
If there is, I don't want to know.
I don't know. I know we all got spoiled about Boston Rob coming in last season. I don't know if anybody's coming in this season. I haven't heard anything.
Rob, Wes, and Derek at the same time was crazy though.
That was crazy. And then Joseph asked, are we far enough in the celeb US version to have an all-stars? I think we probably have enough people, but I don't think we have enough good people.
I don't think it will be fun right now.
We don't need an all-stars. I don't think so.
Is there a franchise with an all-stars?
No.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
There's a lot of dumb people in US celebrity trader. I'm sorry.
I would like to watch like a UK Traitors versus US Traitors, but like the people who already played, because the UK would wipe the floor with the celebrities. Wipe the floor. Every UK player has been leaps and bounds worlds better than anybody that's played the US, except for probably Suri. She's the only one that I think like actually has played a very good game in Traitors.
There's a lot of Survivor people they can bring over, but they just don't bring like. I'm not going to get into like y'all can bring over Earl and all these people, but like y'all just keep bringing like whatever. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
I don't think Earl would do Traitors. He's
be doing his. Definitely have people in the pool, and they like ripped them out. Like Davey? Davey was supposed to. Jeremy took his spot. Like,
I would love to watch
this. It's just like it's people that have been. It's always a big pool, and they like.
Mike White.
Out.
Mike White. That would be interesting.
I'm tired. unless he's gonna get me on White Lotus. Hey, Mike, I love you so much. Let's be on a future season of White Lotus, especially after my premiere of Fear Factor. So get me on White Lotus.
Yes. Well, any last thoughts before we call it an evening? All right.
I'm excited to be back though. This is a fun podcast.
I am too. I'm excited. It kind of came out of nowhere. I feel like everybody's in that like holiday end of year funk, and then like boom, it's Traitor season, and like it always catches me off guard. UK I think already started, and I haven't started watching that either. But it's Traitor season, y'all. In the beginning of January, it always comes for us. Isaiah, where can everyone find you? What are you up to these days?
Me at 8 Ball Bangers on everything. I just covered the Amazing Race Big Brother season with Janelle and Sabrina. That was a pretty fun time. We took a little break and now I'm here. So hopefully this takes us all the way to, we're going to come from this and then it's going to be Survivor and then next thing you know, it'll be Big Brother. So, and we got Fear Factor now. We got a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying? Reality television season, so I'm about to be glued to my television because I've been watching a lot of scripted, not a lot of reality. So I'm hyped.
Love it. Javier, where can the people find you? What are you up to?
Yeah, so everyone, you can find me at _the_starboy on Twitter. Haven't been tweeting much because of life, but maybe with Traitor season back, I'll start tweeting a bit more. And I'm just excited to be back. I think the last time I podcasted was the last Traitor season, which was forever ago, which is kind of crazy to say. But I'm excited to talk about this season because it's always a good time.
Well, you have not missed a beat. Wipe the dust off that mic.
Exactly.
You're back. Julia, where can everyone find you?
You guys can find me nowhere. But
I love that.
Watch Golden Gate season 2 on YouTube.
I wonder why.
Your girl did really well, but you have to watch to see how far I got. So yeah.
I love it. Everybody look that up. Lance, let us know where we can find you and follow to see all of your commentary throughout, but also give us another plug for your show.
All right, you guys. Y'all can find me at I am King Lance on Instagram, on X, and on TikTok. You can find me at I am King Lance _. Someone stole my name before I made a TikTok.
They always get you on that.
Like, come on.
Me too.
But yeah, so like I am a contestant on the new season of the reboot of Fear Factor House of Fear, premiering January 14th on Fox, the next day on Hulu. So some of y'all that don't catch it on network television, support your boy on the next day on Hulu. I need Silent Podcast to throw me a solid and get someone to cover it because I need to know what y'all think about my castmates. I need, the 14 is right here. I would love to see what y'all think about this cast, what y'all think they given. We have a first look out. We have a official trailer out. I need y'all to dissect some of that and see what it's given. And I want to hear y'all commentary. I don't want to be on it yet because I don't want it to be biased. I want y'all, if y'all want to talk stuff about me, talk that stuff. But premiere January 14th. If anyone is in the LA area, we are having a premiere party. You can hit me up on social so I can send that over.
Ooh, fun.
It would be amazing to see some of y'all faces, but I can't wait to hear all the support and love because I've been a lover of reality TV for a very long time, and to finally be able to check off that bucket list item feels good. And I'm never gonna forget where I came from. That's why I'm here. I'm not Hollywood. Let's be clear.
Even though you live there, you're not Hollywood. I love it. Well, Lance, like I said earlier, we're very proud of you. We know how hard you've worked to just even try out for different shows. And this has been a dream of yours. So we cannot wait to watch. And we'll be supporting you 100%. Silent Podcasters really coming up. We had Mark on Squid Game. I know, Mark was the host of the Squid Game podcast. So obviously we didn't host that for the season, but shout out to Mark. He was a big star, Silent Podcast alum. And Lance, who's going to be next? I don't know. Maybe we'll see someone on the Traitors civilian season. I don't know. Not me. I didn't try out, but maybe
those apps in. Get those apps in. Like I tell people,
try out.
If you don't get them in, they'll never know.
True.
So yeah, do it, and you never know what'll come from it. My dream was always Survivor, and look at me on Fear Factor. So, Lord.
I love it. I can't wait to watch. I'm gonna have to turn away from the bugs though. I'm just letting you know. You can find me only on Blue Sky. That's it. At realslimkatie.bluesky.social, holding up over there. Been a little quiet myself just because of life and everything, but the reality TV crew, the BB Sky, they've got it going on over there. They're still keeping it going, keeping it moving, watching a bunch of different things. Still talking about Big Brother 27 somehow, but you know what? There's always something to talk about postseason. So those Big Brother fans. So come join us over on Blue Sky. It's a nice, pleasant environment over there. So I'm still gonna ride for it. And you can find me here every week. We're back from mini hiatus after the Big Brother season. So I'm excited. I dusted my own dust off my mic. Probably not well enough. So I will see you all very soon. First week might be a little funky. I do have some work travel coming up that takes place, unfortunately, the week of the premiere where there's 3 episodes, but we're going to figure it out. We'll get you some content and talk about the premiere this week. And then we'll be back on our regularly scheduled programming on Fridays to talk about all things going on in the Traitors this season. So go ahead, follow us everywhere you can. Here's all of our info. Silent_podcasts on Twitter and Instagram, at Silent Podcast. Just search Silent Podcast. You'll find us. This is a little outdated. We're on Blue Sky too. We're all over the place. Just search. Definitely rate us 5 stars if you liked what you heard. If you didn't like what you heard, then don't rate us at all because just save it. I don't know how to turn this thing off. This has been so long for me. Isaiah, help me. So thank you. I don't know what's happening. So follow us there and then we'll be here. Click like, subscribe, do all the things. Thank you all for being in the chat. Thank you for your questions. And we'll talk to you all soon. No, yes, please.
You really went on the Twitch account and put no too. It's crazy. All right,
I love it. Bye, everybody. We will see you for the premiere. Thank you, Lance. Thank you, Julia, for joining us. Can't wait to talk about the season with y'all.